Hello, everyone. We are live for our 2019 Oscars live stream. We had slight technical difficulties there, so apologies for the lateness on this one. But yeah, it's that time of the year again. It's me, Chris, George Tate, full house tonight, and we're going to be providing a live stream, hopefully with as much energy and verve as we can, although it's going to go very late into the AM for us in the UK. And Tate, for you in the mountains of Austria, you're even an hour in front of us, so it's even later for you over there. I don't have snacks. I ate all my snacks earlier. I'm very unprepared for this. I've had caffeine, so that is prepared for. And it's going to be a very interesting night. We've reviewed pretty much all of the movies, I think, or the majority of the movies nominated, certainly the Best Picture ones this year. And we'll go through a list in a moment of all the movies that are nominated for Best Picture. But yeah, so we've got our predictions in, and I guess I'm going to pass over to you guys now before the Oscars actually kick off. What do you think of this year? Is it a strong year for the movies, or you think it's a fairly weak one?
Weak.
It's a weird one. There's some things I really like. There's some things I kind of like. There's some things I don't know if I really dislike anything. It's open because there's no clear favorite. Well, over the last month, a favorite has emerged out of it.
Yeah.
But I feel compared to some of the previous years when you've had sort of, La La Land dominated everything building up to Oscars that year. You had last year Shape of Water, Three Billboards, everywhere dominating. This year, you're getting different award winners at each different event because there is nothing good enough. I mean, I'd say this politely, they're good films, but there's nothing on that next level that I think people will be talking about 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why I'm calling this year weak is because there's a decent amount of nominations that shouldn't be there. I wouldn't really say that there was films that they should be replacing. It's just that maybe this year would have been a good year to strip it back to 5 nominations because it really didn't deserve the 8 nominations that it got in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're kind of almost shoehorning these nominations in just so they're given a nomination instead of the real reason why they went to 8 nominations, which is because there were films that missed out. And that's suffering this year, especially because there are 5 clear films which are better than the other 3 that have been nominated. And amongst those 5 clear films, there is maybe 1 or 2 that actually deserve to win Best Picture. So it's a really interesting year. And I guess we'll see what happens when we get down to it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, for anyone in the comments, can you just comment to let us know if all of our mic levels are okay? If we need to normalize anything, if we're all okay, just let us know in the comments. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm being a little bit quieter as everyone else is asleep upstairs. I do not want to disturb them.
I was going to say, as every year goes by, I move downstairs for this evening.
I'll move my mic closer.
Next year, he's going to build a bunker under his house and go even lower underground.
He's going to get there. One day I'll have an empty house and it'll be glorious. I think the issue this year as well was the disaster of the Best Popular Film Oscar.
Oh my God!
By introducing that award and removing it, they definitely have 2 films that have been nominated out of obligation because they were popular films. That being Bohemian Rhapsody and Black Panther. Now we've had many discussions about Black Panther. I love it. I see why it's nominated, and that's what the key word is. I see why they've nominated it. But the day they went back on we're not going to have Best Popular Film, that was the day Black Panther got nominated for Best Film because they dug themselves into one hell of a hole. That I'm happy. I mean, if you look at the Oscars this year, the build-up to it all, films away, you had the Best Popular Film, which was announced and deleted within 3 weeks. You had Kevin Hart announced to host and gone within 2 days, and they couldn't find a replacement because no comedian wanted to do it. But then you had, even 2 weeks ago, Let's Present Editing Cinematography during the ad breaks with 2 others, which they deleted already. The Oscars have awfully cocked up, I think, the preparation for this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a fair way of putting it. At the mildest is that on top of that, it's been a very weak year. I mean, if you look at some of the films from the last couple of years. Like if La La Land had come out this year, that would have won everything. If Three Billboards had come out this year, it would have won everything. If we're going back to obviously, if Dunkirk had come out this year, it would have won everything. There is like Birdman, there's Revenant. There are so many films in the last couple of years where each year has had at least one film. I think people speak about in 10 years' time. Okay, Black Panther will, but for different reasons in terms of it's obviously what's going to happen culturally from what comes from it. But I think in terms of the caliber of the Oscar films, there isn't a one. Oh, do you remember that Oscar from 2019? I don't think we're going to have that this year.
I think in terms of sorry, Tate, go on.
I was going to say there's only really 2 films that fit the bill that could win Best Picture at
Oh,
this
it started.
stage. It's just starting now for us.
Oh, okay.
As we're on the ABC stream.
I'm a minute ahead of you because I've
still got We'll Be Right Back after this commercial break on my stream.
It's just gone back to We'll Be Right Back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But for me, at least, maybe 3, because I think Roma is going to win tonight, and it's going to be interesting that it does. So it's not exactly. It's an interesting pick for best film. Let's just say that.
Oh, they're opening with Queen. Nice.
They're opening Queen.
I'm a minute ahead of you guys. So I'm probably going to be quiet.
Are we going to have everyone's favorite karaoke singer, Adam Lambert, joining them as well? Oh, there he is, right on cue. God, he's just terrible, isn't he? He's just like...
You know what they should have done? They should have put Rami Malek up there and just mimed.
Yeah.
Like, I know that sounds nasty, but I said this to one of my friends.
Every time I see Adam Lambert, it's just like you could literally replace him with a decomposing corpse of a horse and it would just be the same thing, wouldn't it?
He doesn't even sound like Freddie.
No, he's just... Queen should have just stopped.
Has anyone ever seen a TV show called Knowing Me, Knowing You, Alan Partridge?
No.
It's basically, it's a... if anyone knows Alan Partridge, it's one of the true great comedy characters.
I know Alan Partridge.
20 decades. He did a show where it's basically like them chat shows, but they're fake celebrities every week, and it's just him being mental. There's one where he has like a fake singer on, and they do the entirety of like ABBA's famous songs across a 3-minute period.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to go to a concert. This is what this looks like right now. They're just going to quickly gloss over Queen's greatest hits.
Yeah. So I guess while we're listening to this atrocity that's infecting our ears right now, I'm just going to run down the films in case anyone doesn't know them while you're watching the Oscars. The movies that are nominated for Best Picture, we have Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favourite, Black Panther, BlacKkKlansman, Green Book, Vice, A Star is Born, and Roma. And I think, in all fairness, I mean, it's the 2 films that are nominated for the most Academy Awards with 10 nominations each. Roma and The Favourite are definitely... This isn't a pun. It's just the word I'm going for. The favourites to win tonight. And both, I could see, George talked about there's no real movie that you could see in like 10 years' time anyone talking about. I think Roma could be that movie. Me and Tate did a review on it earlier. It's not the most palatable movie to get into. It's not particularly entertaining. But I think in terms of its scope and its direction, it definitely does have that epic film-like quality to it. The fact that it's on Netflix and a streaming device, though, I don't know if that's going to draw away from its impact over time.
Honestly, I think that'll take away from it. And I think the 2 films I was thinking in my head, which could be remembered tonight, would be BlacKkKlansman and The Favourite.
Mm-hmm.
I think those 2 have the potential tonight to be the 2 that are remembered from this Oscar year. But we never know. I mean, especially with this year, with such kind of erratic voting in other events, like we haven't heard much talk about If Beale Street Could Talk, and yet If Beale Street Could Talk, like won at the Independent Film Awards, wasn't nominated for Best Picture, but could win in other categories, which we haven't stated yet.
We were discussing this earlier, Tate, about whether we think Roma's going to take the Best Picture award tonight. See, judging from other years, there always seems to be an all-out winner from the off. The Revenant, or everyone was talking about La La Land, and they all fall at the final hurdle. I think Roma is going to be that movie. I think Roma will definitely take Best Foreign Language Movie. I think it will take Best Director. I've got a feeling, though, something's going to snag Best Picture that isn't that film. Whether that's going to be The Favourite, or maybe it will be BlacKkKlansman.
Or Green Book.
I don't know. So I guess people in the comments, it's too late to send in your full predictions list, but if you can send us in your predictions as to what you think is going to take Best Picture, obviously that award is ages and ages away. And right now it even seems like all the awards are ages away because we're still waiting to get into the actual ceremony. They promised this year that they'd try and breeze through it quickly, and here we are, 1:05, and we're still waiting on them to actually start. So
I want BlacKkKlansman to win. I don't think it will. No, I really watched it a couple. There's something about it which, taking away today's politics, is just the fact that they pulled off the comedy / drama, and it was done in that level where it didn't veer over into comedy too much to disrupt the drama. It didn't go into the drama too much to disrupt the comedy. I mean, it's not really a comedy drama, but in that sense of what Spike Lee was, if you look at the actual plot, a black guy infiltrates the KKK, that's funny, regardless of what someone says. That is funny, and it turned out to be great. I had such a good time. The more I've thought about that, I think the more I like it, and it's one of them films where that's kind of each Oscar season. I think I always pick a favorite that I stick to. We all do, don't we, guys? Like,
sorry, wait a sec. They've just shown Venom in movie of the year.
I kind of switched off. See, they keep showing clips from Stan and Ollie. They didn't get a single bloody nomination.
Yeah, no, I mean, when we talk about our snubs, I think that's definitely the biggest one. I don't know the reasoning, whether they didn't submit it, whether they were too late to submit it. So even if not for Best Picture or Best Performance or whatever, certainly for Best Hair and Makeup, and it's not even nominated for that. So that is definitely a big shot.
I mean, is it really late to say that I would put in First Man, even though it wasn't a inherently overall good film story-wise and stuff like that, and people didn't agree with that? But as far as technologically, it should have possibly been nominated for Best Picture.
First Man's a weird one. I think had it come out this year on the 50th anniversary of the moon landings, it would have probably done a lot better in Oscar season, because 50th anniversary this film came out. That's the typical Oscar go, and it just casually came out in the October of the year before.
So are these guys hosting?
No, so apparently they're bringing out guests between each award. But it's Amy. I mean, it's Amy Poehler. What an absolute legend! So you see, like Amy Poehler and Tina Fey have hosted the Golden Globes twice, and they're on here for like a speech at a time.
Who's the person on the left dressed as a pair of curtains?
Is it Maya Rudolph from Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2?
Oh no, Whoopi Goldberg. Gutted.
Well, at least they're already making jokes about the Academy.
They've just made a sexual Spider-Verse joke. Sorry, guys, for the spoiler I had.
Whilst also cutting to Willem Dafoe in the audience. It's all connected.
Oh my God, they actually made a good joke for the first time ever in Oscars.
This is certainly not just a Netflix movie being nominated for Best Picture and a superhero film, the first funny joke at an Oscar ceremony. That's nice.
I know, right?
It's been a long time coming. Buster Scruggs. Shit. Nice name drop.
Why does Christian Bale look like a kind of tiger just lurching? He seems, whenever I see him these days, he just seems really just like fatherly.
Well, he played a panther in Andy Serkis's Jungle Book, so maybe if they do another live action reboot, he'll have a go at playing Shere Khan.
Maybe when he had his real life kid, he like went full like panther mode. Man cub.
Oh, she actually hit those notes.
So the first award being presented is Best Supporting Actress.
They're starting with Supporting Actress.
I swear they said Supporting Actor about 30 seconds ago.
Chella S very briefly in the comments has said, hey guys, now that you saw most of the movies, would you change some of your choices? Oh god, yeah, I haven't even looked back at what my predictions are, but I'm guaranteeing that they were probably all terrible now I've seen everything. It's always an awkward time we have to do the predictions because most of us at the time haven't seen all the movies.
Yeah, so Supporting Actress, is that the first award?
Yeah.
That's a weird one to start off with. Very weird to start off with.
Yeah, they're going about, we're going to make it shorter this year. They've still got the 30-second clips from the films, so every time they say their name. You know, BAFTA, 20 seconds straight to the point, done. Not that we're biased to British, being, you know, sat here at 1 in the morning doing a stream. Yeah, there's a couple of films I haven't seen. So when I put, in relation to that question, when I put all our list nerd, I kind of looked at it like, wow, I made some poor choices. And I think heading into it, Tate's probably got the strongest list. I will be able to. How would I normally do this, guys? I forgot. Do I ever like live stream the picture? Not like that in the brackets because there's so much to update. I can't do it.
I think you update it periodically and show it throughout the night. For anyone watching at home, we like to make this competitive. We've all got our predictions in, first and second choices. If we get it right and it's our first choice, we're awarded 3 points each. If it's our second choice, we get 1 point. We add the total up over the night, and we see who comes out on top.
So I've got Regina King here as my pick, with Rachel Weisz as my number 2.
I have Emma Stone followed by Amy Adams, which is definitely not going to happen.
You're going to have to tell me who I've got every time because I don't have my list.
Regina King and Emma Stone.
Right. Probably should have gone with Rachel Weisz.
You should have gone with Rachel Weisz.
See, it's amazing because, look at Mr. James Bond there. Sorry, I was excited not to see him. He looks old, man. He should not be doing enough.
So I think Dave in the comments might be a little bit ahead of us if that is true. So I'm going to try and avert my gaze from Dave's comments every time if he is that far ahead.
Yep, he is. Dave is ahead. I can't comment on that. I've seen it now, but I'm trying to work out our time zones. Are you two on the same stream?
Yeah, we're on the same stream.
Yeah, I don't know if I said that at the beginning. We're on the ABC stream, so we're apparently way behind Dave. So, Dave, it's great that you're getting involved, and thanks for watching, man. But if you could please refrain from commenting who the winner is until we on the stream say it is, and then it's good to go.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
3 points locked in. Nice.
All I want to say is I'm going for the three-peat this year. I may not win at Battle of the Brackets. I haven't won since the first Battle of the Brackets we did.
Tate, we're going to have to do this show for a very, very long time if you hope to break even with the score on Battle of the Brackets at the moment.
Hey, no, this is a bigger event. This is a lockdown event as well, so I'm hoping that I can win.
If does a win during the Oscar stream equate to like at least 5 wins of Battle of the Brackets? Is that how we're doing it?
I'm thinking 10.
Still be behind us, Chris.
Shit.
I mean, I did win the first year of this.
We did actually have a comment a while back. When are we going to do our next Battle of the Brackets? We're working on it. Schedules are very sort of all over the place at the moment. We did hope to do one the weekend just gone, but that kind of fell through. But we'll get back to it at some point. We're not ditching the show completely. Like, it'll be back.
I do have better availability now as well.
Dave's just put in the comments, wow, best picture goes to Black Panther.
No, we should have put Bohemian Rhapsody. Dave, are you playing that? It was Bohemian Rhapsody and Bryan Singer went on stage to collect the award.
Can't wait for the booze.
I love the fact that BAFTA suspended him from, like, you know, when they do the awards, they had like all the producers and BAFTA like, we suspend Bryan Singer in case it does win, and it doesn't win anyway.
God, look at that beard appreciation on Chris Evans right there. God damn. Shit. Absolute beefcake. Hashtag endgame. Can't wait.
I love Chris Evans. That's going to be a sad day when
he dies. It's happening.
He's not going to die, mate. He's going to go back in time and be with Peggy. It's going to be even worse than him dying. The tears will be unparalleled.
Wait, no, because then you create a time paradox, because then the events in Civil War can't happen where he goes to see an aging Peggy.
Or he was hiding in the cupboard the entire time.
I mean, it is a pretty good life goal to shag the granddaughter and the grandmother.
Is that like platinum trophy achieved if you do that?
Oh, it's Aqua Bro.
What the hell is Rachel Weisz dressed as? She's an amazingly beautiful woman, but goddamn, she's dressed in like a raincoat. Although, again, like, it might be PVC, and the notion of Rachel Weisz in PVC is, you know, so I can dig it.
You know, he's married like James Bond, right? Like, he will find you.
No, I know. I know. Ben Lentz in the comments has just put, this stream is better than Collider's. What isn't better than Collider?
I feel like that's
Thanks,
such
man.
a mismatch.
Appreciate it.
That's such a mismatch on stage right now.
What, in terms of height, age, acting ability? Or
acting ability.
Wait, that's Jason Momoa and who?
Helen Mirren.
Oh, shit.
Oh wow, they're actually going for it, mate. They're going back-to-back awards. You know, normally they just come out and speak for like 5
Holy
minutes.
shit, we might be actually wrapped up by 3 a.m, guys.
Holy crap. Well,
Sleep is on the horizon.
I'm sure they'll make the in memoriam section like twice as long or something like that. With Everybody Hurts playing on repeat.
I was shocked. I thought they'd probably put that on the ad break, knowing the Academy.
What's the award for?
The best documentary.
The worst movie of 2018. Oh, Aquaman. Okay, that
we all have the same number one. So
number two.
So my number two is RBG. The same as RBG. And Chris has Of Father and Sons.
So, as is often the case with documentary feature, we don't get to see everything. Documentaries tend to be played in very specialist and limited theatres. We haven't seen any of these documentaries, so usually, most of the time, it's just a blind pick based on the title.
I picked Free Solo because I read on the news that it got an IMAX release. So if a documentary is getting an IMAX release, then it's doing all right.
Mm-hmm. I will say this year, though, for Oscar films, I've done very, very fucking well. I've actually watched the majority of them. I'll say like 90% of them. I've even watched 2, including Roma, of the best foreign language movies. Tate, you really need to see Cold War. You will love Cold War. Please go and see that movie.
I know I'm going to love Cold War.
Sweet romance movies. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have liked to have watched the rest of it, but like I was like down to the wire trying to watch all these movies in the week leading up to this. So
I had a week at work where I like smashed out like 4 in 4 days. I was like, 2 to go. 2 weeks later, 2 to go.
I have a question. Why did RGB have, RGB as a documentary feature have a Best Original Song nomination?
Maybe it had a good song.
Free Solo.
Free Solo, like Harrison Ford, like comes out carbon.
Did he just like lob the envelope into the audience and probably decapitated someone with a paper cut? Ben Lentz in the comments, Collider's video is just a bunch of people sitting on couches watching the Oscars. You guys are more interesting. Well, thank you, man.
I think because we haven't been on as a trio for ages as well.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Kind of like we are politely catching up. We are politely catching up with each other while not insulting anyone else. Wow.
Oh, how have you been, George?
Oh, very well. Out in the mountains of Austria, Mr. Bond.
Cold.
I will say, though, that if we all had the opportunity to sit on couches right now, we probably would. I'm in a very uncomfortable computer chair right now.
The one Oscar year where we're all in England, we'll be like, just come stay over.
Mm-hmm.
And like it'll just be a really boring live stream of us on. Do you remember that? Was it the Venom review? No, not Venom. It review where we were all like in my room.
Yeah.
And that was really weird because I was talking to you. You were next to me, but I was looking at my screen.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was really weird.
I was very conscious of that. I was like, am I looking at you like to an uncomfortable degree? Do I need to like keep reverting back to the screen?
And we're trying to fit in like the camera like here.
Yeah.
It's like the Bohemian Rhapsody music video. Like...
We need to all try and get together in September though for It Chapter 2 if we can.
Oh, we will.
So I'm going to make you guys a little bit jealous on stream right now because this is the drink that I am consuming tonight. It's called Star Wars Space Punch.
I also have mine unopened.
Mine's in my room. I opened it. I had a mouthful and almost threw up, but I kept it in. I can't drink. Do you know what I've got? The complete sesh. You know, don't ever drink and drive, guys. That's why you get
George, can I stop you? Did you just say the word sesh?
Yes, sesh.
Get out now.
It's a work joke. See, G2Os, a bargain. Basically, there's like a running thing at work where everyone goes out to the pub on a Wednesday, and I'm just sat there with J2Os because, you know, don't drink and drive, folks.
George is on the bevs early.
So they were just playing the music to get them off stage there. I always love the music they play there because it's like the most classy version of being on a payphone when your bips go and you have to like cram the whole message in.
Wait, you know what's had to be on a payphone? I actually don't. I've never experienced it.
Ages and ages ago. I don't even think they exist.
Is it not like Spider-Man 2 where they just cut you off mid-sentence?
You get like little bleeps and you've got like, right, I've got like 30 seconds left on this call and then you have to like cram everything in. Going back to the Star Wars Space Punch, though, I'm really sorry, Tate. I did want to keep the can in immaculate condition. I probably shaved off millions of dollars worth of value on this now. Have accidentally dented it at the bottom and the top. So I don't know.
It's fine. But this year or this season, I've been collecting all the cans. So far, I've got Yoda, Darth Vader from Rogue One, Death Star, TIE Fighters. I still haven't found the Darth Maul one because that's the one that I want.
Is that the chase one?
Yeah, basically. But this is
Or does the
edition
can
number
come
one,
in
so
two halves?
This is a pretty cool one. The Darth Vader one.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, do you want an ad break?
We are on an ad break.
Yeah.
Watching someone do Muay Thai whilst also...
I've got Alex Zane, who's every fucking where, every year. Whether
He's come a long way since Balls of Steel.
That's what I was saying. He seems to host every red carpet I've been to. He's there. He's on Balls of Steel, and he's been at the Sky Oscar ones every year. He's on Film 4 in the little white studios. He's everywhere. Rude Tube as well. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, he's done the best out of anyone that was on Balls of Steel. I don't really count the Dirty Sanchez guys because they did that after Balls of Steel. Now, if anyone in America doesn't know what Balls of Steel is, if anyone's watching on the stream, it's basically a British comedy
show, really, wasn't it? Sort of practical jokes.
Yeah, it's like a competition. Like who's got the most mental pranks to win the award for like basically the most mental thing of the week. And so that's Alex Zane. I didn't remember him ever winning them. He was just consistent, just doing weird interviews. The best one was the guy who used to throw McDonald's at people. Do you remember him?
I don't remember the McDonald's throwing. I remember there was the Bunny Boiler, which was pretty funny. You had the guys from Dirty Sanchez, the Welsh guys. Big Gay Following always used to make me laugh as well. And then there was the what was the name? The Devil guy. Tate is being the most annoying person in the movie cinema right now, and just like, say, I'm not quite sure you got that rapper right up close to the mic there. Do you want to try that again?
No, instead I'm going to eat these delicious biscuits.
There you go. The people on Sky are saying it. Apparently, Best Makeup Hairstyle's coming soon, and they've just said, why on earth wasn't Stan and Ollie nominated?
I don't know if we've said this already. We're on different streams. George is watching one on Sky, and me and Tate are on ABC. So George is getting all this awesome coverage, and I've still got adverts right now.
I'll tell you, I've got like pundits in the studio, and you've probably got like Wendy's advert, $4.99. Like every time I'm watching Ice Hockey now, it just comes up like Wendy's adverts between each ad break. It's like
we've actually got they're mashing movies with like a mobile advert right now. We've just had Lady Bird. We've got Scream now.
It's a Lyft. It's a car. It's like Uber.
Oh, is
in
it?
America. Oh, no, it's Google.
They were talking about Vice. Now, Vice is a film I really didn't like. I see why it's done well, but I just don't think it was for me.
There's a lot of similarities there with his other film of The Big Short. I did enjoy. I think I pretty much agree with what George said. Is that it's more or less the same. It's more watchable though because it's based on more compelling subject matter.
I feel that if it had been tucked in a different tone with someone like deadly, I mean, I don't want to say deadly serious because I don't want to say Adam McKay like that. Background of comedy.
I agree. Like when the movie started getting into it and when it got towards the end and it did become more and more serious, I got more into it. When it kept doing like the fourth wall breaking jokes and stuff, that's where it really kept drawing me out of the movie and made me realize that I was watching a movie.
The freeze frame with Sam Rockwell and the food in his mouth. I mean, I laughed at that, but there was like a credits scene, like a third of the film.
So there was a credit scene in the movie. There was a mid-credit scene in the movie, which absolutely ruined the ending for me. Like, the ending of a movie is crucial, and it ended in a great note. What was the credit song that played in Vice?
I turned off.
I want to be an American.
That's it, the one from West Side Story. I thought that was beautiful. And then you got that fourth wall breaking mid-credit scene. It was terrible.
Is this the first song?
That guy's head is like shining brighter than my future right now.
He's talking about Vice?
It's
that weird preview thing when they talk about like a film for 5 minutes across the 2 hours? I mean, I love Sam Rockwell in it, but he wasn't in it enough.
It wasn't really about Bush, though, was it? It was. The focus was Cheney, and he was sort of like the puppet being controlled by him.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it was. Sorry, I keep getting ahead of you guys. They've just cut to Christian Bale. He actually looks like a sad line. Wait till you guys get there. You'll see exactly what I mean.
So they're about to show the movie.
I am really tired of the director trying to chase the style of Scorsese's Wolf of Wall Street, though. It's so evident now, and he's done it twice.
I mean, it's a big step up from his previous films.
Do you think they're going to show clips of this for like all the different movies? Because I'm just trying to wait until we can buy our time to give our little mini review on Green Book.
We've now got Christian Bale.
I've got the award. Let me guys know when you've got the award.
So makeup and hairstyling.
Which clearly
that's
needs a
fucking
lot.
creepy.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, that's
that was that weird noise I made. That weird thing. It looks like the Goonies. Oh, Christian.
And Stan and Ollie. Oh, no, wait.
Do you remember when Suicide Squad won this award, folks? You know, Suicide Squad, an Oscar-winning film.
Vice wins it for whacking a fat suit on Christian Bale.
Yep.
I mean, he did get fat too, so it was a bit of both.
Didn't Eddie Murphy's Nutty Professor win Best Hair and Makeup when that came out at the Oscars? I swear it did.
I don't know, but that was more worthy than...
Did everyone have Vice as their number one?
We all did.
Yeah.
The score is 9. 9 to Tate, 9 to Chris, 6 to George.
Are we doing Cellas as well, or were we doing that after the stream's all said and done?
After, due to technical issue we had on live, we will do it across the night to get the scores up as well. And we will let you
George, is there a way of delaying your stream?
I was going to say, can you just like come to us and just like switch to ABC so we're all on par for the Best Picture?
It's more the fact that it's via like a Sky app. I need to go over to my laptop, see if I can pause it. If you guys give me 30 seconds, I can see what I can do.
We can do that.
David. Oh, my knee.
Did she just thank the UK, just in general?
As a province.
Congratulations to the United Kingdom.
Thank you for providing us with your face that we may put makeup upon it.
I do want to say I'm happy they thanked Sam Rockwell, but what the fuck? Did Sam Rockwell shave his head?
I will say, though, the real star of the show... Jesus, have you checked out the biceps on that woman?
No, Chris, did you see Sam Rockwell? I think he has a shaved head.
He's bald, yeah. He's probably preparing for a new role or something.
There's no pause button on this?
Just switch to our stream if you can.
I'll link it.
Can you link it?
Link it.
Oh, they're playing them off. They're playing them off. This is wonderful.
Get the fuck off the stage.
It's just someone like on the volume control of the orchestra just like slowly pushing up all the dial.
No, you need one of those old... They dim the lights as well. No, what you need is the old shepherd's crook.
Yeah, joink. No, it's like in the movie Bohemian Rhapsody where he like casually moves up the volume notch just like a tad.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh, fucking Christ. Comedy. Oh, she's got like a fake fur coat on. It's funny because there's like loads of plushies on it. That's adorable.
Oh, it's the rabbits. I get it.
Dave's just put, wow, I miss a regular host. I've got to say it, like, no offense to, like, you know, our American viewers out there. British sense of humor and American sense of humor is so vastly different.
Ours is better.
Yeah.
Best of Scruggs.
Okay, best costume design right now for everyone watching at home. Buster Scruggs, man, my favorite movie of 2018. Got to be said.
Yeah. See, I've got the favorite down at number 1, and I probably should have put Black Panther at number 2.
Yeah, I put Buster Scruggs as. I think we both put Buster Scruggs at number 2 because of our undying love for that movie.
Out of spite that it wasn't nominated for Best Picture.
Mm. Alexandra Burns been nominated for 2, hasn't she? Because she also did The Favourite. Yeah, you can't open it with a rabbit, love.
That's the joke.
We get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. It's funny because she's still trying.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Shit. I think George put down Black Panther as well.
So it goes to Black Panther for like the background shots, I guess, because most of the shots of Black Panther in the movie were a really bad CGI rendering of the Black Panther costume, if I remember correctly. But,
yeah.
Surely costume design should go to the comic book artists who originally penned that costume design. This is more costume adaptation, I would say, than costume design, but...
Best original costume, best adapted costume.
Wow, and she's so modest too.
Spike Lee giving it a whoop.
Could we get some confirmation there, actually, if Marvel were indeed the first ones to create the first black superhero?
Blade, I guess, for film, but okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, before that you had Steel, didn't you? Which was DC with Shaquille O'Neal. Not saying it was a good movie, but I'm saying that it was a, you know...
Could we say that Shaft was really a superhero in all our hearts?
So, Black Panther wins the Oscar for Best Costume Design, yet he was introduced in Civil War years ago. Okay.
But Black Panther wins its first Oscar of the night. Music playing already?
Yeah. Just crank up the Avengers theme. Dun, 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 dun.
I bet everyone gets that kind of pre-made speech beforehand. If you hear the music, you've gone on way too long. Way too long.
Pirates of the Caribbean dance pop remix.
Hello there.
God damn, Chris Evans, look at him. That is a specimen of a man.
Javier Bardem. All I want to do is bring life into these Oscars.
Yes! Keeping the meme alive. How many years on now? 2 years on? 2 years on. Going strong. Bed Lentz in the comments. Somebody give this man a shield. He's going to get one. Avengers Endgame. It's happening. He's ditching the beard. He's getting the shield. Can't wait. And we're back to another ad break. So, yeah, this is going to be a very long stream.
Guys, can I ask where your streams are at?
We're on an ad break right now. They're kind of doing some kind of Psycho parody.
Right. All the link. I'm trying to find a new link. I can't. All of mine are about 30 seconds behind yours. Bear with me.
Are you on stream one?
No, it doesn't work. It says it can't be played. I think it's maxed the server out.
Oh, okay.
Stream 2, 3, 4 don't work. I'm trying some new sites. Bear with me.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, I'm going to jump back onto my Sky one.
That's cool.
Let's go.
Whilst we're waiting for George, You know, there's going to be a lot of ad breaks on this thing. So if you are watching still in the comments, if you've got any questions for us, feel free to ask us any questions that you have. We'll kind of turn this into a Q&A session as well in between the award ceremony and our commentary on that. So yeah, ask away if you have any questions. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button and smack a like on the chat. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that thing. We're not Collider, thankfully.
Smash like for sofa. Hashtag sofa love. Okay.
I guess we kind of talked about this on our New Year's video, our look back, but 2018, very weak year for movies across the board, I do have to say. We did have some great ones, but I don't know, man. Something about this year.
I think it's more of the fact that there's a lot more kind of major blockbuster films coming out, and they don't really call...
And they're all made by Disney.
They don't always call to that kind of film demographic where people just want to get deep with a film.
Mm-hmm.
And the Oscars is... I love the Oscars because you do get those Oscar bait movies, and I'm a sucker for them. They work. Like, they get me emotionally, and that's what I want sometimes from a film. Mm-hmm. And if they're telling the story on a deeper level, it's excellent.
Yeah.
But, like, honestly, like, this year, there's barely been any...
Whereabouts are you guys again?
There's a person looking at cinema.
Is this Scorsese?
Have you had a Ford advert yet?
I'm not sure. It's Scorsese writing. He's lifting up an Oscar.
No, I must be behind.
Hashtag perpetual Oscars Rolex.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to switch back to Sky. All of these ones are very downhill.
We've got a question from Claudia Kinney in the comments. What was the biggest snub this year?
Stand Ollie.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Stand Ollie as well. It was an incredible movie. It deserved award for performances in it, as well as hair and makeup. Really, really great movie, and I don't really understand. We talked about this as well. I think that it missed the cutoff point, but I do think that Peter Jackson's war documentary, They Shall Not Grow Old, deserved a nomination in the documentary category. I think George has spoken before why that wasn't nominated, but that was a shame.
Buster Scruggs, Best Picture.
Buster Scruggs, definitely. It's been nominated for more than we expected it to be, though, which is nice. But
And Would You Be My Neighbor, Best Documentary. I know that's a big snub in America because people love Mr. Rogers. And that documentary was meant to be very good.
Ben Lentz in the comments. Do you care about the Razzies?
Yes.
Not really. You know what? In the past, some things have been nominated for a Razzie that I actually really like. They're kind of pointless. They don't mean anything. And, you know, sometimes people are given Razzies when it's not their fault, like actors. Like, I always think that the director at the forefront is the one controlling that performance.
Wasn't it best on-screen couple this year was worst on-screen couple was Johnny Depp in his fading career.
I'm back.
Oh, awesome.
Who's on your screen? Just
we'll be right back after this commercial break. And there's no commercials.
So Holmes and Watson won the Razzies this year. I had a chance to be in that film. I was actually called up to be an extra in it.
Oh, nice.
But I couldn't do the dates because I was tennis coaching at the time. So I could have been in the worst film of the year.
That's quite an achievement, though. Like, I'd still bring that up in conversation.
Wait,
oh yeah.
Sorry, the award that Black Panther just won, was that production?
Costume design.
Costume. Oh, sorry, I've ticked the wrong thing on the.
That's okay. What did you pick for costume?
I'm about to find out. Sorry, I'm.
Goddamn Captain America on screen right now.
I picked Black Panther.
He's a man, such a man.
He's a man, he's a real man.
I should put the sound back on the stream.
Did anybody? No one picked Black Panther except for me for best costume. The score is now 999.
Oh, I think that automatically does, right? Production
design now.
Guys, just let me know when your awards finish. Not weirds. What? When your awards finish, so we can talk.
What did you pick for this one?
I picked The Favourite followed by Black Panther, which is the exact same as you take. Chris picked The Favourite followed by Roma.
Oof.
Yeah, that was probably a mistake.
So I don't think Roma's going to win production. Black Panther.
Damn.
It's winning all of the awards that we didn't think it was going to win.
Get ready for that re-release.
Guys, get ready for that Best Picture win.
Well, here's the thing. I think the favorite might be getting shafted in all of these categories, but then could come forward and win.
I've not seen the favorite, but the gist I have so far of all of it is at the BAFTAs, the favorite dominated because the favorite is not just a British film; it's about the British monarchy, which is that the really up itself British film that there is each year. It was the favorite for this year.
But it wasn't up itself. It was hilarious.
I will say, if Black
I don't want to say up itself in terms of like what the BAFTA look for when they nominate the whole British film, British actors, British monarchy. Then that's what I meant. Like, not the film's not up itself, but it is for voters. This is exactly what the voters want for a BAFTA.
I will say, if Black Panther wins Best Picture, I think that's going to be one of the biggest travesties in Academy Award history. It does not deserve Best Picture. It is inherently. I didn't think it was. Some people say it's a very good Marvel movie. I might concede to that. Best Picture? Hell no. Absolutely not.
My opinion's still the same.
Best Picture award to like an action film, give it to like fucking Mission Impossible Fallout, which was a much better movie.
It's everything I kind of said before. Obviously, we're speaking the hours away, but it's the impact upon the culture that it's been too big for them to not... What's the word? Miss, especially with the Oscars orientated with the American audience. Black Panther's the film that had its impact in America more so than any other country. I think it was the highest grossing American domestic box office film last year, higher than Infinity War. That's why for the Oscars it is that.
But I do think people are pinning a lot of monikers on it that are unjustified. Like we were talking about this just a minute ago. People are saying like, oh my God, it's the first, black superhero we've ever seen in cinematic history. It's not. It fundamentally isn't.
We know that. It's like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman wasn't the first women superhero film. That was Catwoman.
Well, there was Catwoman, there was Barbed Wire, there was Tank Girl, there was all kinds of stuff. Like, I will concede that Black Panther might be the best black superhero film we've had, but my point is it's not the first. We've had Blade, which was really successful at the time. That was one of the films that
really good as well.
led the charge for comic book movies to come back into fashion, which was then X-Men and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That was kind of mixed with those. It's not groundbreaking in any way. It's been done. And also we have Black Panther.
The groundbreaking doesn't come from the context of it being a comic book film. The groundbreaking comes from the big budget with an African American director, the writers, costume design, everything, the impact of what it's had upon the culture. I think that's where it's come from. It's not if it wasn't a Marvel film, right? If it just said it's an original film, it would still be getting all these awards.
I'm just saying though, and I don't want to bring race into this because I know that fundamentally Black Panther. If we roll reverse,
the film Race wasn't released this year.
If we role reverse this and it was say like a predominantly all white cast, white director, white producer, everything like that, people would be up in arms. Just saying.
What like the Dark Knight?
Yeah.
But then again, the Oscar changed their... One of the reasons Black Panther didn't do well is because the Oscar had to change the rules because they didn't nominate The Dark Knight. That's the other thing. Like that award, I mean, we all know that should nominate that year. But the following year, because of the backlash, they switched it from between 5 and 10. That's when you know.
Is that Tyler Perry? I can't tell.
It's either Tyler Perry or Steve McQueen. Widow's a film that was shunned by everyone again.
I'm just saying though, like if Black Panther does win later tonight, you go with like your list of history of all the best picture winners of all time, right? You've got stuff like The Godfather, Gladiator, The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Well, I wouldn't put that high up.
All that stuff. And then you're going to have a scene where a guy rides a CGI rhino.
Yeah, but that's like saying there's a scene where there's a CGI green pirate ghost running with a man with a sword.
Do we all have the same picks for cinematography? I've got Roma and Cold War.
We all got Roma and Well, I picked Roma in the favourite for some reason.
It's got to be Roma, right? Come on.
I mean, Alfonso Cuarón did do the cinematography himself because he's Alfonso Cuarón,
and directed and produced and edited.
Right. Isn't it about his like growing up or something?
Semi-autobiographical, about him growing up with.
Everyone just needs to know so much more about Alfonso Cuarón.
We've got Ben Lentz says, did any movies not deserve a nomination? We've kind of discussed this a little bit. For me, Black Panther and Bohemian Rhapsody, fine popcorn movies, but nothing more than that. Definitely not deserving of a Best Picture nomination, in my opinion. Vice as well, I didn't think really qualified.
It fits the category.
That's a very good question.
Deserving the nomination.
Because it's a nomination, such an easy... I mean, does he mean all nominations or like just Best Picture?
Yeah, we're kind of sticking with Best Picture quite a lot because obviously they're the main ones. I
don't think Bohemian Rhapsody should. Black Panther's got more... I know we've just spoken about it. For the impact upon the society from Black Panther, it can't be ignored. Bohemian Rhapsody, I genuinely... I liked it. I genuinely don't know why it's around at award season.
Thing is, with Black Panther, you talk about the impact on the culture. I think definitely at the time it came out, but everyone's talking about Endgame now. It's like, thank you next. Like, everyone's talking about Captain Marvel, then they're talking about Endgame, then they're talking about
Captain Marvel. I don't see many people hyped up for Captain Marvel. You would not think it's coming out in less than 2 weeks.
No, you wouldn't. For me, at least, the film that really shouldn't have been nominated is Ralph Breaks the Internet for Best Animated Feature.
No, I didn't mind.
It was one of the only animated films.
Yeah, I was going to say it was highly films last year.
Best animated feature
as long as
needs to be.
Spider-Verse wins. You know what I'm saying? The more Disney films that got nominated for animated this year, the better for it is when Sony strike them down.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Emilia Clarke.
Ben's just put, not if it deserves to win, just a nomination. Oh, God, did someone say Emilia Clarke? I want to vomit in my mouth.
Wait, where are you up to, Chris?
We got the first song. Bad start.
Tate, you've jumped up. You're near me.
No, they're about to start the first song.
Wow, she really doesn't change at all, does she? She does not fucking emote at all. God, is there any hype there for season 8 of Game of Thrones? Do we even give a shit at this point?
Oh, yes, a trailer may be coming tonight.
I did see some screenshots go up earlier, so I don't know if that's ahead of the trailer.
It's the season finale of True Detective, and normally HBO tends to drop their trailers within finales.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a limited chance it could pop up.
So they're now singing the song from RGB?
I don't sound rude. What is the RGB? Like, I know it was
a documentary about a congresswoman.
Oh, see, I thought it was about like color coding for like Adobe stuff, like red, green, and blue. I don't want to sound bad, but like whenever I've seen nominated, I thought it's like a documentary about, because when you like doing Photoshop, Chris, you know what I mean. It's like RGB, RGB curves, RGB grid, RGB lines. When they got it's like it's just.
God, this is the most inspirational song about photo editing I've ever seen.
To be fair, cheers to do a good thing too. Don't worry, Chris. It's impossible. Black Panther with Roma and Klansman in the same category. That's true.
We'll see.
Black Klansman is the film. I mean, Black Klansman won Best Film at Cannes, so I don't really think I can.
Like we talked about this whole thing about them wanting to offer it to most popular film, which is why we got Black Panther in the first place, and then it was retracted, and then it was in. So they might just give it the award just to appease everyone.
I mean, you can't deny it will be great to see the reaction of the DC fans.
Well, no, they have already won an Oscar for Suicide Squad, not Best Picture, but still.
Like, just the way they are, like, I remember them all. I mean, to be fair, we don't really talk about the BAFTAs. Black Panther won Best CGI at the BAFTAs, and I just started laughing.
Yeah, no, that was.
I just kind of sat there, like, the fact that Infinity wasn't even nominated. At least the Oscars, they didn't nominate Black Panther for Best CGI, because I thought,
Black Panther looked abysmal. It looked like a really bad PS2.
It looked like the end is like the Phantom Menace, like when Jar Jar and the droids on the fields.
Which I don't understand why, because you've got the power of Disney behind it, and that's like the big. If you've got bad CGI in a movie, usually it's because that particular shot or that sequence was given less time to refine, less time to render, less computer power, so they have to rush it out. That's your big fight with the villain at the end. I don't get why it looked so bad as it did.
I think they put most of their money into the production designs. That's how I feel about looking back at the film. I mean, it probably had about, what would say, between 150 200 mil budget, I reckon.
Because there was even some other shots in Black Panther looked bad. You know, like the low angle shot where the camera pans around the chasm, where you've got like all the people chanting in the rock face. They look so awkwardly photoshopped onto the rock face. Oh, Bette Midler, nice. Which personality will James McAvoy be presenting with tonight? We'll find out.
Has anybody ever read do you remember Golden Compass? Like, I never watched it. Do you remember it?
Yeah, vaguely.
Did anyone ever read the books? Apparently, there's a trailer dropped today.
Yeah, they want to bring out a new TV show.
I started reading the first book, I think, The Northern Lights. I didn't read, what was it? The Subtle Knife and the Amber Spyglass, I think, was the titles.
BBC and HBO have produced the show together.
Wow.
And it's because McAvoy's in the cast.
Makes sense. You'll be able to tell the entire book. You're not constrained by like a 2-hour runtime of a movie.
So it's going to be like 8 1-hour episodes. And then it's the girl from Logan. Did anyone see the trailer that dropped? It's like 30 seconds.
No, I haven't seen the trailer.
No.
It doesn't show. You've basically, like I said, I've never read them. I never watched it, so I don't know who's who. But
Dave says that it's a BBC miniseries.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So that's what it's going to be. So 8 episodes. And who have you got in it? You've got Lin-Manuel Miranda, the one from Luther, not Idris Elba as in the girl. The girl from Logan, James McAvoy, and I suppose someone else.
Do you know if they're just doing the first book, or are they doing?
They're going to do the entirety of there's only 3 books, but I'm assuming they'll do 1 book per season, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've never read them, so I don't know the details within. But clearly, there's going to be a production war to get the next Game of Thrones. I'm guessing now it's finishing in terms of book series.
Well, I mean, Game of Thrones is still going, isn't it? You've got
when that's done, I reckon it'll be the big one. Will be Lord of the Rings.
They're already bigging up the spin-off series to Game of Thrones, the prequel one, which I think is called The Longest Night, and then George R. R. Martin had to retract his tweet, apparently. No, Naomi Harris has already been confirmed that she's going to be the main one in that. So that I think they've got 5 spin-off shows. You've got Amazon's Lord of the Rings series coming out, which is
you've got Disney going to destroy. Disney going to just do Marvel and Star Wars. There's rumors this week. I won't believe it till I see it on paper, but there's rumors that Disney are going to do Kenobi as a TV series.
Right.
But there's rumors everywhere for each fucking Marvel character now as well. I think when Disney Plus launches, it is big enough to rival Netflix. And if they're going to, I mean, Mandalorian, I'm excited for. We know that's like a 200 million show for 10 episodes. If Disney are going to pump the money in, then I think they can easily destroy Netflix.
Disney just needs to be stopped, man. I was looking at the movies coming out this year, 2019, and
Disney.
It's bad. It's bad. They're just everywhere.
I admire it though. In competition invites competition, and no one wants to stand up. No one wants to challenge them. Just go for it.
I've said before, I feel like we all need to fly like an X-wing and shoot proton torpedoes into the center of the Disney castle and just get rid of it, bring it down, fire it up. Remember when you were a kid and Disneyland used to be the happiest place on earth, and now you just see a corporate graveyard? Yeah, I miss that.
I still want to get to Star Wars Land. Come on. You get to fly the X-Wing, man. It is the happiest place on earth. That place will be.
Not anymore.
That place will be. It reminds me of when Disney did buy Star Wars. Did anyone ever watch the South Park episodes?
Why are they cheering Serena Williams? I know America still loves her, but the rest of the world fucking hates her.
Oh, was that when she made that girl cry?
Yeah.
Why is she presenting a movie award?
They're previewing Star is Born. So yeah, they'll do this for each best picture film, I guess.
Okay.
Star is Born. So when the first time I watched it, I didn't like it. I think I mentioned you guys. I didn't have an opinion on it, but the more I've thought about it, the more I've liked it a bit more.
It's fun that sticks with you.
Yeah, I mean, I've realized Bradley Cooper. I think I've got mad respect for Bradley Cooper because the fact he did the guitar and sung and acted and directed and wrote, versus I lip synced Freddie Mercury but look like him. Have your Oscar.
I
That's my
actually still
general.
need to watch the original versions of A Star Is Born. I know that this is I always forget. Is it the third or fourth remake?
I think it's the fourth.
Yeah. It's weird. So the first time I watched this film, I had a huge emotional reaction to it, especially the ending, and it did really hit me very hard. It was a movie that I was thinking about for days after. The soundtrack was stuck in my head. When I watched it a second time, I think the impact definitely was lessened somewhat. Maybe it's because you know where it's going, or I don't know, but it didn't have quite the same effect of me the second time around. Soundtrack's still great, though. I still listen to the soundtrack.
I could imagine it being one of those. It's the impact of that first viewing. Sound editing, folks.
Can we hope that James McAvoy is going to start using his Hedwig voice?
He's just going to like take off his shirt and just jump into the crowd and just start chomping on people. Right, Sam. Where are you guys? Are you on the Star Wars 1 preview still?
No, they're just on the microphone right now.
So they're just showing the reels now.
Yep.
Mine's on the reels as well. I don't think I'm as far behind as I was in front as I was earlier.
Love those giant rhinos in the production design. This should win. First Man should win.
Yeah, First Man was the one that, even if I didn't have an opinion on the movie all that much, the sound...
The technical of First Man was great.
Although A Quiet Place, like I didn't even talk about this one. I didn't get a review out for this one. Really solid horror film from last year, and the entire point of the movie is the lack of sound. Or if you create sound, these monsters come after you. So that has a chance of winning as well, in that sound was a focal point of the movie.
What was your picks, George?
I had A Quiet Place followed by First Man.
Oh wow, Bohemian Rhapsody wins.
What?
None of us got that.
Because, you know, you just slap that audio track, you burn a CD onto your computer, you whack that track over the top, and boom, you're good to go.
That's so
what did they say? Oh, yes, we mixed Rami Malek's breathing on the microphone of the Rami Malek. Did you hear about that? I saw it like a featurette. Well, you know, basically they were taking the piss, saying, like, obviously they lip synced it. Like, oh no, we like mixed some of his vocalness on the microphone, like his breathing and his mannerisms. I was like, no, you lip synced. I don't know if anyone saw the Rocket Man featurette that was released last week.
I still haven't seen that yet.
So they did a featurette and trailer. In the featurette, Dexter Fletcher's there, like, yeah, like Karen Ashton, like he sings for the entire film, and like it's like the dig at Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like.
I'm quite glad, though, that they did lip sync, because there's nothing worse than having an actor in the movie that can do a great job of the role, but then they can't sing. I mean, I hate the movie anyway, but look at Disney's Beauty and the Beast, right? As soon as Emma Watson started singing, you're like, oh, God.
You can hear the auto-tune.
Yeah, and you wish that they had got a singer in and that she just dubbed over the top. So I'm not exactly against that.
Very quick question. Did anyone have Bohemian Rhapsody for that?
None of us.
Then
it's won that a lot of places, that award.
Speaking
I
was going
to say, you know it's bad. You know it's really, really bad when none of us predicted that it was going to win, and we all agree that it shouldn't have won.
Oh,
it's weird because this year we haven't had a war film, and usually
war films always win.
Films always take it, don't they?
It's always war films. Oh, that's why I thought First Man would win, because Interstellar, you know that kind of space war where it's got to mix it properly.
Speaking of music biopic films, has anyone seen the Netflix trailer for The Dirt, the Motley Crue biopic?
I haven't seen the trailer. I saw it. Someone showed. Was you? I'm bad with music, so I'm not going to say I don't know who the Motley Crue are, because I don't want to offend anyone.
It's directed by the guy who did the Jackass movies and Bad Grandpa.
Is it?
It'd be like the same kind of tone as that, I'm guessing. But visually, it does look like these biopic films, like that sort of orangey filter, I want to say, and low lighting of First Man and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, now I'm really concerned, because Bohemian Rhapsody could take both of these categories.
It's usually the same thing, isn't it?
First Man should win.
Like just seeing that sound there in First Man, like the rattling of inside the rocket, and then the silence of space. Like, come on, like.
And they somehow managed to capture a concert better in A Star Is Born than they did in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
because they filmed at real concerts in Star Is Born as well. Didn't they do Glastonbury and
Bohemian Rhapsody? Of course. There we go. Sorry, what was that?
Wrong.
What was the other festival? Was it Coachella? Like Bradley Cooper generally just turned up on stage for both of them, didn't he?
Yeah.
Cloudy in the comments. It's painful to wait for your guys' reactions.
It's painful to watch Bohemian Rhapsody win awards for sound mixing and sound editing.
I've just got mad respect that Brian May performed and is now already back in that tux.
If Brian May put some red tinted sunglasses on and chomped on a cigar, he looked remarkably like Jimmy Savile. Just me.
Anyone in America? I do not recommend Googling that name.
George, that's your task for your next Photoshop.
Brian,
I'm going to go ahead and say no one had Bohemian Rhapsody down for this award either, did they?
No. Because we all had First Man in Star Is Born.
Because George is so far ahead, it's going to be very interesting when we get to Best Picture, because I'm going to be reading George's face, whether it's a positive or a negative. If it's an overly positive expression, then I know that Black Panther's won Best Picture.
If I make a noise today, it's because Adam Driver wins Best Supporting Actor, which won't happen. But what would you do in his speech? I imagine him as the kind of... Have you ever seen the Joe Pesci speech from when he won for Goodfellas?
No. I
what did he say? So like, thanks, and walked off and went home. That's what I imagine Adam Driver to be like. I'd like to say I enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody, but it's just pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
It's so safe. It's like... It's
seeing
so
Rocket Man as well, I'm worried that we are going to fall into a trend with these music movies very, very fucking quickly.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think Bohemian Rhapsody was in production for years, and then Rocket Man, well, that's obviously been in production for probably about 2 years, I'd say. Mm-hmm. But then now it was like, oh, Peter Jackson is now doing a documentary about the Beatles. Oh, they've now somehow got the rights to do a David Bowie film about getting the rights from his son.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're just... Oh, what's next? Black Sabbath? Like, it's gonna... I really don't want there to be a trend of it.
And the thing is, story-wise, it's the same movie. It's, underdog getting into music. Everyone doubts them. They get into music. They're successful. They go through hard times. They go through substance abuse, and then they pick themselves up at the end, and you slap like a greatest hits medley of that particular artist, and people go and see it because they love that music.
Exactly.
It's a safe formula, and it makes a lot of money. And hell, it gets Oscar nominations now with Bohemian Rhapsody.
And the issue was that they went from that this is the Freddie Mercury film that's going to be drug, sex, rock and roll to...
Which is what I'm hoping that the Motley Crue film is going to be. I hope they're not going to shy away from that at all. But
Rocket Man's got all the drugs. Not that,
and Rocket Man's going to be a 15 in the UK, right? So that means there's going to be probably more.
I'm still really disappointed they didn't get Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, it's the movie we never...
It was when Brian May and Roger Taylor came on board is when he walked off there, wasn't it? Because, I think the scene that epitomized it for me was... when they're at the party with Freddie, and we're not going to drink, Freddie. We have a family. We don't drink anymore, Freddie. I thought, come on.
You're a legend, Fred. You're amazing, Fred. You're the greatest thing since sliced bread, Fred.
It was more the fact, like, of course, the two that are producing it didn't stay for the party. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I love Brian May. I like Queen. I've always liked Queen's music when I was younger. I like Exile Spikes, all of it. They're such a good band. But PRC was just so safe. Yeah, the Wembley scene was great. But it reminds me of Attack of the Clones. If I had it on Blu-ray, I'd just go to the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To be fair, I could just go on YouTube and put the real Live Aid on instead.
Yeah.
The thing is with these music movies as well, and this is why I know I keep bringing it up, but it's the obvious movie to compare it to with The Dirt coming out, the Motley Crue film. Motley Crue are a band that have written an autobiography about every sordid and debauched thing they did during their career, and every fucked up thing they did, every substance abuse, every sexual encounter, everything like that is written down, and they're very open about, which gives me a lot of faith in the movie. They've had a lot of creative control with it, with the director of the Jackass movies as well, who, I mean, just watch the Jackass movies and the stuff that goes down in those films, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I've got more hope for that movie than a film that, and I imagine that Elton John would probably be like this as well, that want to protect their image and protect their career. And, everything that goes out there.
For me, the thing that tipped me over the edge with Bohemian Rhapsody whilst watching it was the whole idea that they portrayed the relationship that Freddie had with his female friend as a better relationship than the homosexual one, even though he's one of the most famous kind of gay people of all time. And that's awful. That's awful.
It was just very surface level, wasn't it?
Are you guys at the ad break or the favourite preview?
The favourite preview right now.
Wait till Javier Bardem comes out, because we're about to change the discussion of the speeches without spoiling
So we should say as well, The Favourite was one of the movies that eluded you, George, wasn't it? There was
I literally just it came out on New Year's Day, so I missed the cinema release quite quickly, and then I've had it to watch. I just haven't been able to get around to it yet.
Okay, Javier Bardem is now out.
Capitan Salazar.
Pirates. I can't remember how he does it. All I remember is Mr. Bond.
Everyone in the audience is like, the fuck did he say? English, motherfucker, do you speak it? She didn't understand a word of that, did she?
These are the nominations straight away in English.
It's like, yeah, what he said.
All I want to do is bring life into these Oscars. Open them up to new ideas.
I have an issue with Roma, right? I mean, if a film is nominated for Best Foreign Film, but also Best Film on the night, should that be allowed? Because surely, I've been thinking this for a couple of weeks, doesn't that devalue the other category because you know what's going to win because it's up for Best Film?
That's exactly what I said. And I mean, more so than other years, I've actually seen two of the nominated ones from foreign language film. Cold War was fantastic, and I really hope it wins right now. It's not going to win. There you go. And you know what? Roma might win Best Picture tonight. And I agree with you, George. I've always said that to me, because Best Foreign Language Movie is the equivalent of Best Picture for foreign language movies. I think it's a bit unfair if it wins both categories, in all honesty. So I would have given it to Cold War.
That's the thing, Chris. People regard Best Picture as the Best Picture of the year. If it's a foreign language film, do you have it not in the foreign language category? No, because it's the best foreign language film and it's the best film.
Well, that's the issue. It's a no contest.
And at the same time, it's when Toy Story 3 got nominated for Best Animated Feature and for Best Picture. Like, you knew it was going to win Best Animated Feature.
Dave's just written, Javier Bardem announced it like a Eurovision 12-point scorer. Oh, bring on Eurovision. I can't wait.
Like, was anybody surprised Roma just won that award? Like, is Alfonso Cuarón bored of going up like 3 times a night recently? Like, for every award show, he just keeps going up.
Honestly, Cold War, man. Cold War was incredible. I do wish I could have.
Oh my god! I thought that was I thought they just announced Michael Keaton flying down from the ceiling, but someone called Michael Keegan.
But just watching Cold War, watching a foreign language movie, and honestly, it was such a breath of fresh air after all the movies I've been watching for this Academy Award season and in general. It was nice to go to a foreign film because I haven't seen one in ages. And I do wish that I could have watched all the ones on the list, but unfortunately, I didn't have time. Like, I would say Cold War is sort of like a modern day Casablanca. I really would.
I've heard really good things about Cold War. I couldn't. Did you go to the cinema?
Keegan Michael Key coming in
I just watched
as Mary Poppins is incredible. I love that.
I love him with Jordan Peele. They're such a good duo.
I know.
Oh, no, this is the part where we're all going to cry, aren't we? Wait, where's Emily Blunt?
Bulking up for Live, Die, Repeat 2. Sorry, Live, Die, Repeat, Repeat.
Well, they're doing a sequel to A Quiet Place.
So I'm not going to spoil the ending, but the ending of the first movie ends on a hard cliffhanger, which I was really against. Doesn't end conclusively at all.
So, Tate, have you seen Mary Poppins 2?
No, I haven't.
Dave, in the comments, prepare your tissues because I know you got a bit emotional when this song came on in the movie. So
I was going to say it is quite. I think
it's the best song in the movie, but
it was in the trailer as well, and it almost made me cry in the first trailer.
Clouds here in the comments. Bette Midler's arms do not fit the face. God, Bette Midler, like, Jesus Christ. What's wrong with your face?
It was sad because they said there'd be a special guest to sing the Mary Poppins one. Everyone thought Julie Andrews was going to do it, and then they announced this.
Dave's put, is that Meryl Streep playing Bette Midler?
There's so much Botox in her face. It looks like she's got 2 boils, massive boils right here.
I'm not gonna lie, this has completely killed my opinion of that song.
I think it's how you sing it, isn't it?
No, it is, because Emily Blunt's delivery is like perfect.
Yeah.
And even, to be fair, the little kids deliver it well at the end to their dad.
Oh,
yeah, Paddington Senior.
I don't know if I can agree with you with that, but
you know what's weird? So anyone watching knows that Sophie Turner's like from our ends in Warwickshire, where me and Chris are. The theatre she grew up at is like by my primary school, like Playbox. The little kid from Mary Poppins trained there, but apparently he was in Game of Thrones as well. He's like 6.
Oh shit!
6-year-old being Game of Thrones.
So that means he's going to hit the cocaine hard if he's following the footsteps of Sophie Turner.
He'll be rocking conventions age 8. Just imagine that though, like if you could be like an extra, like a Star Wars film, as long as you can get a picture of yourself, you are sorted for life. You make those appearances, even if it's 10 autographs, it's £150 a day. That's a way to go. Oh, Laura Dern's coming out. I keep forgetting that the kid from Bohemian Rhapsody is. Wait, is she still singing? Sorry, I'm doing this talk over it.
She's
just finished
now finished singing.
What a performance! 2 out of 10.
Sorry, we'll do the clap that everyone at the Oscars does.
What was the weird one? Was it Aquaman? No wonder she did with Aquaman. She got fucking fish.
That was Nicole Kidman, wasn't it? Yeah.
I thought it was an Aquaman. You know, I know it was online in like 1080p within a week of it coming out, but I don't have the effort to download it, let alone watch it. Like Justice League was a one-off because that was like 6 months down the line to get to, and that was a fun experience. That was like watching The Room for the first time.
The best thing was in Lego Movie 2 where Aquaman's in it, also voiced by Jason Momoa, and all of his lines in that film are just like, yeah, my man, woo!
Is he still like that in Aquaman?
Yeah, what, sorry?
Is he like that in Aquaman as well? Or was it just Justice League?
He still has his moments in that, but just don't watch Aquaman. No one should watch Aquaman. It's fucking dross.
I haven't seen it yet.
I just love the fact that like the DC fans were going mental that it wasn't nominated for Best Visual Effects, and that Christopher Robin was. Do not diss the CGI on those bears. That was great. I was like really like pleasantly surprised by that nomination.
I remember the hype for the CG, like the CGI technology they were developing for Aquaman. Someone I know worked at HMV, which is like, for anyone who doesn't know, is like a movie music retail store. Because they won Store of the Year, he got invited to go to like Warner Brothers, and you know, I think it's when like Wonder Woman came out, and they had some early things they were working on for Aquaman, and they were developing this underwater world. And he said it was absolutely stunning. It was like Avatar technology to the power of 100. And then you see Aquaman, it's like, boy, it's like some of the worst CGI I've seen in a long time.
From the trailers, it looked like a PS2 cutscene.
Yeah, well, it's the costumes. It's the costumes. Like they go full on Green Lantern and CGI costumes. Although apparently in the comment section, everyone was railing against me saying there are no CGI costumes in the movie. Well, clearly you didn't see the same movie that I did because they're everywhere. But yeah,
what was I going to say? What I struggled with Aquaman. I've lost myself. I had something really articulated to say as well. Sorry, Nathalie Emmanuel's in this Sky studio. It's really weird.
Really?
Yeah, she's with all these journalists. She just sat there like really awkwardly there. She's probably got free food to watch the Oscar party.
Probably.
All my co-stars got invited to the Oscars. I'm here.
Now we've got a unusual advert with someone standing up on a box to give someone what looks like an orange.
Is this like riffing off like the old Yellow Pages advert with the little kids trying to kiss the girl and he has to stand on a book of Yellow Pages?
I don't know you yet. Oh, God, it's American Idol.
It is 2:20 in the AM. How are we all faring? Are we all doing good? We staying strong?
It's
definitely going
3
quicker than previous years.
I don't know. They've been dicking around for quite a while now. Like I am quite kind of anxious to get onto the next award.
True, but don't forget there's no host with a 10-minute speech in between. Was it last year when they started delivering food at a cinema across the road?
I think so. I can't remember. We were hoping for a 3 AM finish. I think that was a little bit too ambitious. I think we are going to be in this for the long haul till.
I think it'll be between 4 and 5.
We haven't had any of the bullshit categories yet.
No, not yet. So passing over to people in the comments. If you've got any more questions, please do feel free to ask us whatever you want within reason.
Within reason. That's funny.
That's the terms and conditions at the bottom right there. Within reason.
Can we have an update on the scores? I know it's still like...
The scores are George and Tate tied on 16. Chris in second place with 15. That Black Panther win, whew, best costume, that was ballsy.
That was this year's Suicide Squad, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, we're just going to leave it to the superhero movies every year to just like get those extra points in every time. Oh, here we go.
Is there anything controversial that like... I haven't got Glenn Close, to be fair, as Best Actress. She's my second choice.
She was fantastic. I think that she should take it. If we're going by performances based on the movie, she should absolutely take it for The Wife. Really enjoyed that film, by the way. Really good drama.
What
film? The Wife.
Oh, Wakanda Forever. In their scene for Black Panther, they've showed a clip from Civil War. No, I mean, I know how he goes, but I just love Black Panther. It's crazy that it came out over a year ago and it's at this year's Oscars, though. Like, it wasn't released for Oscar hype. It gained it. But I remember that review me and you did where I said this will be up at the Oscars, but for stuff like costumes, productions, and it's winning all of that.
Oh, get ready to watch the mediocrity
Chris,
once more.
Prepare yourself.
For Lion King.
No, you're going to love who's coming on stage.
Oh, God. Oh, this is best editing, is it?
It is.
No, this is...
No, it is going to be best editing.
Yeah, but Dave's just put it in the comments, best editing.
Has your host come up?
Not yet.
I think Tate's going to win this.
Let's have a look.
Hey.
Yes, my boy Michael Keaton. Please come back and be Batman in Batman 3. You could still do it.
We can do it. We can do the Green Book. I love Green Book. See, look, you know these are the awards that were going to be on the outbreaks. They're speeding through the highlight reels.
So what do you pick for editing, George?
What?
Hang on. Hold it. Claudia Canet in the comments, the best Batman ever. Completely agree with you. He always
George, hold your tongue.
That is one of my favorite guitar riffs of all time. It's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody, isn't it? Judging by George's reaction.
Vice should win it.
Oh, yeah, Vice should take it. That won BAFTA, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Told you. George, stifle your expression. I'm reading your face too well.
That is
No,
fucking
that I
brilliant.
was about to read out. I had the favorite and Vice. Chris had Black Klansman the favorite. Tate had Vice in the favorite. I thought Vice had this in the bag. As much as I dislike Vice, the editing, the cutting, and everything was great.
Well, the film drew attention to it, didn't it? Every chance it had. So that is, out of all the movies, that is the movie you come out of and go, okay, that did the most creative
Bohemian
thing.
Rhapsody wasn't even edited. I don't
It
remember
was
any.
a movie.
It was generic.
And they always say for an editor as well, like, if you don't notice the edit, then you've done your job very well. But if you're giving an Academy Award to editing, look at Requiem for a Dream, for example, which I think won an award for best editing. That movie is all about the editing. That drives it. Did Mad Max Fury Road win editing when that came
Oh
out?
yeah, Mad Max sweeped all the technicals.
Exactly. That is a movie that you watch and you're conscious of the choices of editing. When you watch Bohemian Rhapsody, I didn't get any of that. It's just a movie.
Sorry, the Bond theme off. I thought Pierce Brosnan was coming out.
This is the most average voting I've ever seen.
Can you imagine if Bohemian Rhapsody wins tonight?
Oh my god!
Can you imagine what we're gonna? Oh man! Oh, Charlize is apparently coming on. My girl. She better come back for Fast and Furious 9. Charlize looks unlike herself. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'll tell you, I'm watching the live odds, and the live odds have Bohemian Rhapsody climbing up very, very quickly.
So Craig just looks like James Bond. Oh yeah, Charlize does look really different. Charlize Theron dressed as Alicia Malone, apparently.
They are doing Best Supporting Actor now. I believe we all have the exact same one. Yeah.
I've seen that Ben's gave us a question. I'll get to that after this award's been given out.
Sorry, they're just going through the highlight reel. Kylo Ren's on.
He was fantastic in Green Book.
Has anyone watched True Detective Season 3 except for me?
Nope.
The season finale is airing like in an hour's time. Mahershala Ali has not only won the BAFTA, he's probably going to win the Oscar tonight. He's probably going to win the Emmy this year. He's won the Golden Globe. He's going to sweep all of it this year.
Hello, Adam Driver.
Oh, I love Richard.
Who's that with him?
See, I really like Sam Elliott too. It's a tough category this year. It's probably one of the
I think supporting actors has been a great year for this year.
It's like Sam Elliott's like Michael Caine in that every time I see him cry on screen, it just gets me choked up. It's like, oh, Sam Elliott, don't cry. See, I'd love Richard E. Grant to get it. It's the first time.
No, it's a really good year. It's a really good year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then there's like Sam Rockwell as well, who's still nominated.
Like Richard E. Grant, the thing is, he's kind of the same in every film he's in. He's always playing
He's just charming.
like a well-spoken homosexual thespian kind of character.
Are you not excited to see him in Star Wars 9?
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he? Well, that's Game of Thrones and Star Wars he'll have done after that.
The entire fish on the hook scene should have won best editing. He looks so different. He looks like David Silver.
Is it going to be a Sam Rockwell in remake of American History X?
It was
Nice.
like white.
Nice. Fantastic.
Mm.
See, it's difficult with hindsight because I hadn't seen most of the Academy Award films at that point, and I only watched Green Book earlier this morning. So
Have they read out your award yet?
not yet. He's just doing his speech now.
I want to dedicate this to my grandmother, who has been in my ear my entire life, telling me that if at first I don't succeed, try again.
Vigo for Frodo.
Always pushing me to
You bow to no one.
I know that I will not be here. She's got me a couple of steps away. I think my
Can we talk about his hat?
Why is he wearing a woolly hat indoors? Is his head cold?
He looks like he's about to drop a rap album or something like that.
So, Tyler put in the comments about True Detective as well. So, has anyone watched season 1 of True Detective?
I haven't seen any True
No.
Detective.
Season 1 is, without doubt, one of the greatest TV shows of all time. So it's an anthology series. Season 2, no one watched because the reviews destroyed it. Season 3 to come on, it's on par with season 1. Mahershala Ali is the main actor. He is playing himself in 3 different time periods, 1980, 1990, 2015. The makeup is phenomenal, and it's been incredible. And the season finale is airing now, so I'm scared to go on Twitter, purely because the spoilers everywhere. But I thoroughly recommend True Detective season 1 and 3. Don't watch 2. You don't need to watch 2. Skip it. But he is an act. I mean, Spider-Verse. He's in Spider-Verse as well. You know,
We need to talk about. He was in Luke Cage, wasn't he?
he was Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
Cottonmouth. One of the best TV episodes I've seen in my life was like episode 6 or 7. Was it Cottonmouth?
Called Cottonmouth, yeah.
It was almost an exclusively character piece on his character. It was amazing.
It was incredible.
I think he's got a big, big future. I mean, 2 Oscars in 3 years, right?
Yeah.
We've had a comment from Lulu the Happy, and I'm hoping that that's not the winner of the next award, if that's true.
No, they won't be. It's I'm up to date. They're on an ad break.
So a comment from much earlier, probably about like 20 minutes ago from Ben. What new? I think we may have had this some other years. What new award categories would you like to see added if you were in charge?
Best stunts.
Best stunts. I know we've talked about motion capture before as well. Motion capture performance, perhaps. Although, let's be honest, that is literally just performance.
One day, someone will get noticed. Not noted. What? Voted. And it will
I think it'll be. I think Andy Serkis will definitely get some kind of lifetime achievements award much later on in life.
Yeah.
Some recognition, and that will kind of be his honorary Oscar that he should have got for, let's be honest, for Caesar, definitely for Gollum.
Gollum should have been best supporting nominated.
Supporting, I think, should have gone for Return of the King anyway. Should have been Sean Astin for Samwise Gamgee.
And I think for Caesar, best actor.
Yeah. In
Rise as well.
Yeah.
I was meant to watch Return of the King this weekend, but I couldn't find 2 hours for The Favourite, let alone 4 hours for Return of the King. No, I was messaging Chris. I rewatched Fellowship and Two Towers last week. First time I've watched Lord of the Rings without having been made to watch Lord of the Rings, if that makes any sense. And it has been a very pleasant experience. What are they going on about? Are they doing... I'm confused of what they're doing. Are they doing an advert? Yeah, they've just brought Laura Dern on to do an advert for the Academy.
Oh my god. Really?
Lulu the Happy writes, Spider-Man is better than Pink Panther. I mean Black Panther. Well, it depends on your persuasion to Peter Sellers.
Which
doesn't it?
Spider-Man
Better
do you
than
mean?
Black Panther.
Which Spider-Man? The Sam Raimi films? Yes.
Is she going to walk off stage now? What was the point in that?
Do you guys ever see the year where they had a giant T-Rex out for the Oscars to
No.
the best visual effects? It was the
Pharrell
year. It
Williams
was
is
the
not
year
wearing-
Jurassic Park
guys,
won.
Guys,
They brought
this is the biggest shock of the night. Pharrell Williams not wearing a massive hat.
then it's Mahershala Ali.
Michelle Yeoh as well. I swear to God, that woman has
Oh,
not aged
they're
since
doing
How
Best
to Target
Animated
Hidden
Film.
Dragon. Best animated, did you say?
They're doing Best Animated Film now.
Okay, everyone in the comments, if you're ahead, please hold.
George,
your win-
no reactions.
No
Poker
reactions
face.
from George.
I'm just gonna. It's my mouth, isn't it? Should I just cover my mouth?
Yeah.
Cover your entire face.
We're all hoping for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I've got a horrible feeling that Wreck-It Ralph 2 might take it because the Academy love giving it to Disney or Pixar.
It'll be Incredibles 2 if
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Well, one just got a really loud cheer of the audience.
I rewatched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse the other
So
day.
it's on 9
Like,
HD now.
that movie is
it
phenomenal.
was great.
It's better
I
than
watched it
time.
the other day. Really good.
Incredibles 2, gonna be honest, hated that movie. Isle of Dogs, I hated that movie even more. That was probably one of the worst movies I've seen this Academy Awards season.
Like I said, it was disappointing, even for me as a Wes Anderson fan.
Mirai was the only movie that I didn't get to see out of the categories. It's not available anywhere. It's not playing at a cinema near me. I think it'll be released soon, though, hopefully. Look at this movie, what it did for animation.
Stunning.
So many different animation styles, so ambitious. Look at it.
Thank you, Sony. We share this with our fellow producers, cast.
I could hear Sony mentioned on George's stream. Yes, there we go.
The
Boom.
trend is broken.
Who
Oh
would
my
have
god,
thought?
the
That's
chain
it.
is broken.
Who would have thought a year ago Phil Lord and Chris Miller would be on stage winning Oscars?
So
It really makes me want to see their solo movie because you can bet it would have been a dance like fucking better than the one we got.
I don't know. I think they're
Everything they
animated.
just recently turns to gold. Like the amount of character and development in Into the Spider-Verse alone. Jesus, like come on. No, I'm absolutely made up for them for that. Anything else can win tonight. I'm just glad that that's won the Academy Award.
First Spider-Man film to win an Oscar. It's the second Spider-Man film to win an Oscar.
Which was the...
Spider-Man 2 won Best Visual Effects.
Oh, did it? Nice.
Where's your Oscar, Tom Holland? Where's your Oscar? Nowhere.
So that's
Mic
the first.
drop.
That is the first film since 2011, and the second film since 2006 to not be a Disney film.
What won in
to win Best
2006?
Animated Feature. 2006 was Happy Feet, and
No, they're invited to
2011 was
the casting
Rango.
before they've even got off the stage.
I said this is. I mean, Tate, we should get your opinions on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because you only watched it fairly recently. You didn't get to see it when it came out, but
Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Fantastic. Just
Guys,
fantastic.
I'm going to nip to the loo because they're about to do a song.
okay.
And it's just, spoiler, it's the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't watched it yet, so I'm trying to go into that. When I get the chance to watch that film, I want to go in like not knowing anything. I'll see you guys in a minute.
That's cool. It's all right, mate.
Wow, what is that dress?
I've got the guitar, but I can't remember the chords. Oh no!
I can't sing because then I'd be too loud.
Oh, day I faced the barren way. So it's not that one, is it? It's
Let me tell you,
That's it.
buddy, there's a
faster girl. I'll sing it better than I play it. Buster Scruggs was literally like the Deadpool equivalent of a Western, right? That first story. Any song in that movie could have been nominated for an Oscar. Surly Joe. Although I think some of them were quite old songs, weren't they? Like I know Cool Clear Water's an older song. Tell you, buddy. There's a faster gun coming on the yonder when tomorrow comes. God damn, this movie is awesome. I love it so much.
And it won't be long till you find yourself singing your last cowboy
We're out of sync here. Damn
song.
it. So do I match the screen? Do I match you?
Here
we go, harmony. Everyone's just tuning out now because we're singing. We apologize. That is a beautiful desktop background right there.
Yeah.
Anyone in the comments section, let us know. Have you seen The Ballad of Buster Scruggs? Because more people need to see this movie. It's so good.
His spurs for wings.
Lulu the Happy's done 3 emojis of a box of popcorn. Also at home, let us know. Have you got snacks on the go tonight? What are you eating for this Academy Award season? Tate's got popcorn. I've unfortunately eaten all my snacks earlier today, so I feel very fat. I feel very lethargic. So unfortunately, I don't have anything right now. I have a pair of cowboy boots like in my wardrobe. Like I feel like I need to go and get decked out right now. I have a cowboy hat too up there on my wardrobe. Let's do it. Claudia says, of course, Netflix subscriber here. That's good. What was Claudia, if you can remember, which was your favorite story in Ballad of Buster Scruggs? Always. Okay, I'm going to say this as well, and I think I did read somewhere a comment as to why it can't be nominated. I think it was written for a previous artist to sing. Where is Celine Dion's nomination for Ashes in 2 as best original song? That was by far the best original song for me this year. But yeah.
I'd say Shallow. Shallow was Star is Born.
I think Ashes, man. Celine Dion had it going on with Ashes. That definitely deserved a nomination.
So in 5 minutes ago, my phone charger is down here.
Dave's just put, I just had cheesecake. It feels like it was now way too late to eat it. It's never too late to eat cheesecake, man. Just forget about it.
Cheesecake.
I literally drove to McDonald's like 10 minutes before. I was like, oh, this year I've got a car. I can actually just go and get some food. I regret nothing. I probably will in the morning.
Oh, I'm hitting the workout, the training split hard tomorrow. Run into the gym. Let's do it.
Oh,
chest and tries. Well, push day tomorrow. So got to get that Captain America bod for the release of Endgame. The beard game is coming on strong. Hopefully, need to keep it going.
You're actually going to grow a Captain America beard?
You're goddamn right. I'm growing a Captain America beard for Endgame.
Why don't you be Thor and we'll do the new Hulk Hogan biopic, which is going to be just weird.
Oh, if they're doing a Hulk Hogan biopic, I really hope they show the scene of him filming for Rocky 3 as Thunderlips.
I just can't wait to hear Chris Hemsworth be like, brother.
Oh, Martin Scorsese picture. Hello.
Oh shit! Is this going to be
Robert
the trailer?
This must be the Irishman.
What? It's a picture or a trailer?
Everyone, I guess you're getting my live reaction right now to the Irishman teaser trailer. So
wait, they're actually putting the Irishman trailer up?
Yeah. This is the teaser trailer.
Oh shit!
What a cast, though.
That's going to probably win best one next year. You know, Netflix have delayed the release until November.
Oh, have they? There you go. That's the teaser trailer. Just showing the cast, just showing the title, nothing else.
Oh, it isn't really.
Screenplay by Steven Xylem, was it?
Xylem.
Man, Netflix are just killing it recently. Whilst also killing their Marvel shows like Daredevil, which I'll never forget them for.
I just love the fact that they've actually just officially cancelled Jessica Jones with season 3 in production now. Like, we know you're filming it, love, but we've still cancelled it.
Lulu the Happy writes, it's 6:40 a.m. here, and I should eat my breakfast. Whereabouts in the world are you from, Lulu? I'm trying to work it out in terms of how many hours.
Maybe?
Well, that's what, like 3 hours ahead?
Oh no, that won't be Australia.
What's Central Europe?
Somewhere 4 hours ahead of us. It's good.
I can't help it. I know Middle Earth better than I do the actual world that we live on, which is actually really sad. Oh, I live in Dubai. Nice. We're going global in this bitch.
Oh, Nathalie Emmanuel is asking for her opinion on Bohemian Rhapsody. So I don't like it. He goes, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. That was how I was to describe Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm not holding back.
Couldn't you argue that that's how every movie goes?
But it's more of the fact that she said they don't get to actually know Freddie.
Mm.
I just remember that, it was like, there's rumors before it's out that, they're going to shy away from all the gay stuff. And then when I was watching it for the first time, there's that scene where he just looks at the guy in the toilets in America. I was like, this is probably it. Oh, they're just showing a clip from Wayne's World about Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, they did get that reference in, didn't they, in the movie with Mike Myers being in it?
Oh, Mike Myers. Oh, they've actually introduced Mike Myers with that. Sorry, I thought that was a Sky trailer. It was actually the...
Well, we've got people all over the world here. So we've got Chella from Mexico, which is 2040 right now. We've got Lulu the Happy 6:40 a.m. from Dubai. This is awesome. Okay, we're just getting the Wayne's World thing now. George, is there any way that you can pause your stream?
There's not. I'm just not going to talk.
Okay.
They're just doing the usual, when they talk about a film that's nominated.
Yeah.
Chris, you're banging your head. So you just took the headband off.
Yeah,
I remember when we did the Oscars video and you were like in like the Frankie and Benny uniform.
What?
With that Palala.
You cheeky bitch.
No, I remember you saying that to me. That's what it felt like.
All right.
Do you remember?
I was tying it last year. I decided very quickly against the tie before going live tonight. Jesus Christ, Mike Myers has let himself go.
I remember when he did Soccer Aid and like he did the finger and then missed the penalty.
Yeah.
God, Mike Myers almost doesn't need the fat bastard makeup anymore, does he?
I'd be disappointed if this won Best Picture. Very disappointed.
You know what? I think it might. I actually think it might. It's really shaping up that way.
Do you not feel it's a bit weird that Rami Malek's in a relationship with the girl that played the girlfriend in it? Because in real life, Freddie Mercury was with her, and he's trying to become Freddie Mercury.
He's so into the role.
Like, if we're talking about it being nominated for performance, absolutely. I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah, he was very
but
I understand nominations for technical awards like sound and that, but editing, really?
So I was thinking about editing Bohemian Rhapsody because obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, in the movie he's diagnosed with AIDS 2 years before he actually contracted it in real life.
Just in time for Live Aid.
So when you get to Live Aid in the context of the movie, it feels almost like this is their swan song, this is their final performance together, which really wasn't the case. I was tempted to do an edit where you move that scene of him being diagnosed with AIDS right after that, but that will probably let the wind right out of the movie if that happened. And it'll probably be your fucking last as well.
Now we got two cringy presenters.
Yeah, they're still going on.
All right, this is awesome. Let's do this. We are here to present the award for Best Animated Short. It's a big one. Here are the nominees for Best Animated Short.
Once again, American sense of humor. Very, very different to British right now. Goddamn Chris Evans beard game. Just got to shout out that appreciation every time I see that man.
Even Spike Lee is looking really disappointed at the jokes.
They're doing animated short.
And the ones that are always the most obnoxious always stay on the longest. No.
And they always present the most irrelevant awards.
Mm. Oh, the only one I've seen out of these, I think, is Bow, which was the really uncomfortable, weird one at the front of Coco, I think it was. No, Incredibles. Sorry, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Coco was the previous year. God, this was such a weird idea. I don't know how much cocaine someone huffed to come up with the idea of that. But...
The little dumpling got a really hot girlfriend. That's basically it.
Is there a scene in Bao where he like comes home in like a leather jacket and shades, and he's just like, "Yeah, this is my bitch." And it's like, yeah. That isn't actually said in the film, by the way. It's a Disney film, of course. But...
Well, it wasn't. I want to watch it now.
Bao, of course it is.
So
he looks like it's a dumpling that looks like a pimp.
Tate's winning with 25. Chris is second on 24, and I've got 22. I'd never heard of Bao. I put what animal behavior because I thought that was a really funny trailer from before I watched Wreck-It Ralph, but it wasn't.
Just like the little dumpling that could. But I'll be honest, in previous years, these are the categories where I've started to pull away. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've only got 1 point lead on Chris.
I know. And Chris has quite similar picks to me in these categories this year.
This is my year this year. Coming for it. It was their idea. You just know that in real life, these two women are absolute fucking psychos if they come up with ideas like that. Some ideas should never see the light of day. Bao was one of them. Like,
I bet both of them wish that they were that hot girlfriend dating that dumpling.
Do they have a dumpling fetish? Do they go home and like rub dumplings in places that should never be rubbed? There you go. Everyone can now chew on that image.
Either that, or they go home and they call their boyfriends or husbands "my little dumpling."
Oh,
and that's really creepy.
Oh no, pet names are the worst. Oh, ew. Remind me to never go around their houses for dinner, especially if dumplings are being served. Oh, to my little Bao Lucy. Oh no, now you're bringing kids involved with it? Oh no, this is just horrible.
Oh, documentary short.
Get them off the stage. There's kids involved. Get Jimmy Savile, Brian May off stage. Yeah, why are you still here? What is your contribution to Earth right now?
Oh, they got the obnoxious. They got the obnoxious people to go through the shit categories. What did you have for documentary short, George? And what did Chris have?
Documentary shorts. I had Black Sheep and Endgame. Chris had Endgame, period, end sentence, the exact same as yourself.
I had Black Sheep, period, end of sentence.
Black Sheep, great horror film, by the way. Very different film, but...
What have you got me written down as, George?
You have Black Sheep and period, end of sentence.
Yep.
Oh, nice. My prediction based on title alone won.
Why did Endgame win? Maybe next year's Oscars.
So what are the scores updated?
So today's scores: Tate 26, Chris 25, George 22. Like I said, I called it early, guys. I'm not winning this year. The deed is done. I will maintain my Battle of the Brackets records.
That might be the best start to an opening speech. I'm not crying because I'm on my period.
They're just screaming stuff.
God almighty, this just... Ugh. Menstrual equality, is that a thing? Is that a thing? Menstrual equality. I've got to... Do I want... No, I'm not going to Google this shit. You know what? I don't want to know. Some things are just best left ungoogled, and that's one of them. Bao, dumpling fetishes, and menstrual equality. The fuck is this shit? It sounds like some kind of degree that's like one of the most worthless degrees ever. Oh, I got a diploma in menstrual equality. The fuck? Oh God! Now you're bringing the kids involved. Stop it with the kids.
Sky keep playing a terrible trailer for some new Sky drama.
See, if I was there that night, like when they do that acceptance speech for menstrual equality, I'd have been like the end scene of Carrie with like a bucket of pig's blood, like poised above them. See, this is why we can't have equality in the world, because men don't menstruate. So take that, feminists. You want equality? We can't. Oh, is this a new Lion King trailer? This is a new Lion King trailer.
No, don't spoil
Okay,
it.
everyone, I guess you're getting my live reaction to the new Lion King trailer, which is...
I can hear it, guys. I'm turning my headphones off.
It's a shot for... Dude, you've seen the original Lion King. It's the same fucking thing, shot for shot. Oh, I remember that scene from 20 years ago. It's just... What's the point? What is the point of this shit?
Pride Rock looks tiny.
Is it over yet?
No.
No, it's still on.
Is it a full trailer?
Yeah.
No, it's like a teaser. It's like a teaser trailer again.
I'm taking the headphones out.
Dude, it's playing Circle of Life. You've heard this song 20 years ago. It's the same shit. Okay, you're good.
Hello there.
Dude, you've heard Circle of Life. It's the same shit.
I know, but I want to save it, man. I love Circle of Life.
God damn.
I want to be able to see it in full HD. I just want to see that film so much. I think we all know it's winning best visual effects at the next year's Oscars, though, right?
Speaking of menstrual equality, what was that stuff that Rafiki smeared on Simba's forehead? Sorry. It's not nice, is it? No.
Oh. I'd love if it won Best Animated Feature, seeing as it is an animated feature.
Yeah.
But they've already done Best Animated.
No,
No,
as in
he's
Lion
talking
King
about
next
next
year.
year. Lion King, did Lion King win Best Animated Feature when that came
I don't
out?
think they were awards
Or
back
did
then.
they have a category? Yeah, I was going to say.
Was it for Best Film?
No, I think the only animated films that have been nominated for Best Picture was Beauty and the Beast was the first, I think. I know that, I think Up was as well. I might be wrong. No, did Up had its...
No, Up was nominated. That was after Wall-E, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3, maybe? I think that was also had its own category. I will say, though, it's not difficult to make a live-action version. You know, just take the same shot, slap some CGI in it. I will say, though, it looks like they fucking butchered Aladdin. I don't know what the hell
Aladdin's
the
dead.
translation there, but Jesus.
Aladdin's dead in the water. It's like, do you know what would make a really great genie? Will Smith painted blue.
Do you know what would be really good as well? What we're going to do is we're going to replace You've Never Had a Friend Like Me with a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style rap.
Hang on, we're forgetting the most important thing here. So we've seen how ungodly terrifying Will Smith Blue Genie looks. Are we forgetting at the end of Aladdin that Jafar also turns into a red genie? And need I remind everyone that there's that scene where Robin Williams' genie turns evil and turns giant and like lifts the palace up. So if regular-sized Will Smith genie wasn't terrifying enough, you're going to get him like the size of a skyscraper in the movie as well if they stick that close to the original movie.
Going to be like the end of Wreck-It Ralph 2, but blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's Cassian Andor. Getting his own TV series. That's rude. They won't translate this guy's Spanish. But
When is the Mandalorian coming out?
I don't know. Well, I reckon it's going to be December because Disney. Remember Force Friday when they put all the merch on sale? Disney announced they're going to do a Triple Force Friday event, so all the Episode 9, Mandalorian, and the new video game will all go on sale on the same day. So I reckon they're finished filming now. I can't wait for that. $200 million budget. It's like at least they're putting the money in for a TV series. But then as long as Disney Plus gets released properly in England, because there's rumours that might not get dated till next year over here. Oh, they're talking about Roma. Sorry, I didn't realise.
Brinsley's just joined us in the comments. He overslept. He's just put, I just heard you mention menstrual equality, and I'm very confused.
So are we.
So am I.
Right, it's time to get the Pringles out.
So here we have.
I'm not going to lie, this is working without a host.
I
I mean,
here we have Diego Luna joined with the Goblin King from the Hobbit films. Yeah, no, I think it's working pretty well this year. It seems to be.
but then again, The Rock was their first choice. Could you have imagined if The Rock hosted the Oscars? How unreal would that be?
I mean, you could just mic drop after that, couldn't you? You don't need a full speech. You could just walk up on stage and just say immigrants and women, and everyone will applaud you.
Inequality.
It's Ant-Man. Big up Paul Rudd. Sorry, guys, I keep forgetting in my head.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he'd have come out as an ant?
Why are they playing Stairway to Heaven?
I will say Roma is that it is one of those movies, and I do think it will take cinematography, absolutely. You could pause that movie on any millisecond, and it's a gorgeous shot, like framed beautifully. As I said, so meticulous in its direction and its cinematography. I mean, it was a very dull movie to get through, but it's a well-made dull movie.
Oh, I've got adverts running in the background. Shit.
Have you? Hello there.
Ben's right. Can we get a shout out to working mums? Yeah, add working mums into the. Oh, it's women, isn't it? So that's sort of collective. Just
so VFX is going to be an interesting category, I feel.
Yeah, because
there could potentially be a surprise with this. Now I've got First Man followed by Ready Player One, Chris Ready Player One followed by First Man, Tate Infinity War followed by First Man.
Oh, okay. See, Infinity War was fantastic until you got to the planet Titan. I mean, it's got to be Ready Player One, right? I mean, the entire fucking movie was visual effects.
And there's the Shining scene. Apparently, Prince Charles showed Ready Player One, followed by The Shining.
Oh, really? Okay, what do we got? What do we got?
Ooh. Thank
Wow.
you.
Shit. Okay.
I'll take that 1 point.
I'm back in the race, boys. We've got third place 25, second place 26, first place 27.
Brinsley writes, I still need to see Roma, but I hear a lot of people saying it's boring. But yes, great cinematography. Yeah, that's pretty much my review right there. You don't need to watch mine and Tate's review from earlier because that pretty much sums up all my thoughts right there. It is one, though, however, I said that I would give a second watch at some point. I did start to warm up to it towards the end of the film, but you've got to be prepared for a long sit with that movie.
What's the bet? Within like a minute of it winning best film, Netflix will do an update and it'll be their like best film winner of 2019, yeah. Roma, full caps.
Well, that goes for everything. You're going to get all the, like Black Panther's going to be re-released on DVD with that like sticker slapped on the front.
I don't know, because Marvel will do them sleeves, don't they? So they're not going to disrupt their marketing ploy.
George, people are calling you out on your poker face.
I turned around to laugh, and then I realized I'm live.
I think it might actually be good if you went back to being behind slightly, because I mean, me and Chris trying so hard.
Just don't look at me. If I just keep doing this, because my eyes don't move, it's just my mouth. Oh, they're about to do Shallow.
Maybe when the award gets announced, turn off the camera so we can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they're actually going. Where are you guys up to?
He's still talking.
They're playing them off. Haha, I don't know what that means. Okay, what do we got? What do we got?
Shallow. They're just going to walk up and sing. No introduction.
Nice. Is he going to be in character and be completely pissed and like stagger up the stage and piss himself?
I'd laugh if he did that if he won Best Picture, Best Actor.
Wait, she can play the piano.
You didn't know that?
What? You've been living under a rock, George.
I'm bad with music, guys.
She's a fantastic piano player.
I
That's
like the
what she's
piano.
famous
I just
for.
don't. When I think of Lady Gaga, I think that girl that spent the first 5 years of her career hiding her face.
I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry.
Cooper's good. Cooper's very good.
Voice of Rocket Raccoon, ladies and gentlemen. Like, Jesus.
Can we get a Rocket Raccoon sing-along Christmas album?
Oh, wow. Yeah, George is way ahead. I heard that chorus.
Sorry, I'm just trying. I do like this song. I was listening to it in the car coming up from McDonald's. Did you see her Grammy performance?
No.
The you know that bit.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people on the internet really shipping Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga together. I could see it.
But he's married to like Ronaldo's ex. Well, had a kid with her.
Yeah, but it's Lady Gaga. Like,
Well, she is really going for this performance.
she's been a bit, if I'm being picky, she's been a bit sharp and flat on a couple of notes, but she is live and there is a lot of people there.
They both look nervous. It's probably uncomfortable for him because he's at the Oscars with all of his like colleagues. Can you guys still hear me? I can mute my mic.
Cool. Okay, she nailed that vocalizing though.
Probably going to make out then for a second.
Just like, wah. That's not how I make out, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, for the record.
Did you guys not see the Grammy stuff? Like, they were all memeing it. When she went for the ha, she was like spinning around, like proper going for it.
No, I haven't seen it.
But I hadn't seen the film at that point, so I was like, why is she making ha noises before a chorus?
Bradley, sex her! Sex her now! This is your moment! Take her right there on the piano. You've got a viewing audience. Man, she won it. You see that look in her eyes right there?
George, is there a way of delaying the stream at all?
Not on Sky. I've tried to. There's only literally turn it off, turn it on.
Try stream one again. Give it a go.
It wouldn't basically. I can try it once more. Give me a sec.
I think Brinsley's a little bit behind, I think, maybe, unless he's just sort of talking about previous things that have happened in the awards. He's put, loved Spider-Verse. It's such a great movie. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, it made it onto my top 5 of the year, I believe. I can't remember where I placed it, but such a phenomenal character piece, love letter to comic books, to Spider-Man, but was still a really engaging and cohesive story in its own right. A lot of parallels to the Lego movie when you watch it, but I mean, that's just the Phil Lord and Chris Miller involvement right there.
Okay, I'm going to go for my first toilet break.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the stream falls to me. Okay, so you've just got me for a while. Yeah, no, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been watching along throughout tonight. You guys are awesome. Any more questions you want to fire at me so it's not just dead air until George and Tate get back, please feel free to do so. Hopefully I'm getting to everyone's questions as quickly as I can. I guess I'll pose the question to you guys in the comments as well. What was your guys' favorite movie of Best Picture nominated ones?
Sorry, guys. Stream 1's still down.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think it's probably locked out the max people.
Mm-hmm.
Brinsley says he can't find a stream. He's just brought it all up.
I mean, we can't post links into the group chat, I don't think, but can we say what we're on? Is that legal?
I've bought a Now TV Day Pass. If you sign up, you get 14-day free trial, people. That's all I can say about what I'm watching. It's legal. You guys are on that. Wink, wink.
Yeah, no, we totally are. Everything above board on this channel.
I'm using it off a different mechanism of software. Yes, that will do. Please go easy on us, Court. Right, Lion King trailer. Why do they do square adverts?
So what is the verdict? Are we back on time?
He can't get stream 1, so...
Oh, they just released a very, very nice Lion King poster. Guys, I'm sending this to you on Facebook.
Okay.
That looks very nice.
Is it literally a recreation of the original poster? It wouldn't surprise me if it is.
What was the original poster? Was that him hanging off the edge of the cliff?
No, it was just Pride Rock, I believe, with Mufasa in the clouds.
Wait, he's on a rock. Hold on. I'm sending it to you guys. I can't remember the original poster.
George, can't you pause the stream?
It won't let me do anything.
Let you pause it.
It won't let me do anything. Can you hear it?
A little bit.
Only like
I can turn it down.
Just bump it down just a tad, obviously, so you can still hear it. But
That.
wow, Jessica Jones is pregnant.
What?
Is that better? Do you want me to turn my input volume down on my mic as well?
No, you're good, man. You're good now. So we've got live action short film right now. Again, this was a shot in the dark for all of us.
Did you guys see the poster?
See, funnily enough for me, this wasn't a shot in the dark.
Okay, that is a nice poster. I'll give them that. That's a nice poster.
Wait, what did they just do?
Skin. Live action short.
Live action short.
What was everyone's picks?
Margaret and Fave. Margaret and Fave. Margaret and Skin.
Bingo. 1 point.
Oh, you won. Sorry, I missed that bit. That was one else.
I asked some people in the comments what their favorite movie that was nominated for Best Picture was. Claudia says Black Klansman was my favorite. Ben Lentz says, wow, the only Best Picture nominated movie I've watched is Black Panther. And Brinsley says, I still need to see the last 40 minutes of Klansman.
What?
Man, that last 40 minutes will change your life. How come you haven't seen the last 40 minutes? Did you get distracted, or did you walk out, or did the projector break? What happened?
Can we get a scores update, please?
Yeah, it is 28 to Tate, 26 to Chris, 25 to George.
It's tight.
Coming
It's
for
really tight.
I'm not winning this, guys. I cocked up. There's a bad motherfucker come on the stage.
What categories do we have left?
We still have
There's best original score, best actor, best actress, best
Best song.
director, best
Best song.
cinematography.
best song, screenplays.
We've had cinematography.
Oh, have we?
Roma,
No, we
Yeah.
haven't had cinematography yet.
No,
Roma
song.
won. Roma won best cinematography, dude. It was one of the
Did I
first
say
awards.
sorry?
was it
I meant
already out?
song,
Okay.
screenplays,
Oh, of course.
director, actor, actress, film. Yeah, there's not many left.
Brie Larson, my most loathed woman in the media at the moment. Seriously, fuck this woman. If I didn't have to see Captain Marvel, I would absolutely boycott the hell out of that shit.
What did she say to
What did
Wanda?
you do?
What?
What did she say?
She was saying how she just wanted diversity and critics or something, and she was like railing against white men, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying that. It's true though.
Yeah, but she was basically coming down like thunder on white men. Fuck
No,
her.
but it wasn't more men. It was more the, how do I describe it? Like the IGNs.
Hmm.
It was more about them than. She just said at the junket she just wants more diversity, which is fair enough to say. Right, run screenplays, guys.
This is original screenplay, apparently.
So what everyone got
Charlie
down for
told us.
original screenplay, George?
I have the favorite in Green Book. Chris has Roma in the favorite. Tay has the favorite in Green Book.
Should have gone for the favorite.
You
I
really
hadn't
should have
seen the
gone for
favorite at the
favourite.
time. The favorite had a fantastic script, the best. Should have gone for it.
And Green Book.
What I don't like
as
is
well.
that all 5 of these original screenplays were based off real life.
Yeah. Funny that.
Oh,
I swear, Samuel Jackson does not age. Look at that man.
I love the fact that they're here to market Captain Marvel, but it's Sam Jackson that's doing all the talking.
Mm.
Ethan Hawke.
So that was one of the movies I haven't seen. First Reformed. I
It's
just
meant
didn't
to be very good.
I shouldn't have gone for Roma. There's barely any dialogue in that movie.
Have they said it yet?
Not yet. We'll say it when it's announced.
Green Book.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I love
I'm
the
glad,
fact
I'm,
that
I'm glad that's winning some, but I do think the favorite deserved it. I do think the favorite had a stronger script, but certainly wittier. But it's a very different movie.
So, Chris, all of that stuff we were saying beforehand about the favorite possibly taking a lot
Yeah, it's
has gone
wow.
completely out the window.
I don't think it's won an award, has it?
No, it hasn't.
Not yet.
Good.
So next is adapted screenplay. I've got Black Klansman and If Beale Street Could Talk.
I've got Black Klansman and Star is Born. Chris has the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, then Black Klansman.
You put Ballad at number 1. Dude.
I wanted that movie to win, okay, dude, and it's the Coen brothers as well. You know, have they won awards before? I want to say
I
they
just
have.
love the fact
Wait.
that the guy that did Green Book did Dumb and Dumber.
What was Chris's second pick?
Wait, what?
Black Klansman.
Did they?
Peter Farrelly, the director, directed Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
That's why it's such a good road trip film.
I was going to say it's a buddy road trip movie. That makes so much sense
And
now.
it's like it's not Dumb and Dumber. It's like racist, and well, he's not really racist.
He's not
obviously.
racist.
You've got what could you call it? Well, I guess Vigo is technically dumb. Isn't it?
Educated, uneducated.
It's like
Ignorant. Oh my god, that's awesome. Now I really wish that they'd been driving a sheepdog instead.
Do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Just him playing piano.
His accent.
I'm going to say it right now. We're on the subject. Dumb and Dumber is my favorite comedy film of all time.
It's one of the
Absolute
films
number
I've always watched having a shit
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Nah.
And it genuinely makes me laugh every time I ever watch it, and it never won't.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Dodgeball, a true underdog story, makes me laugh any day of the week.
Oh, I'm really glad that Green Book's won some. I thought that was going to be the film that got like really overlooked.
He did win Best Supporting Actor.
Mm.
Yes.
Come on, Buster Scruggs, come on. You'll all be laughing if it wins.
Saying that, I really want to read the book now, or I want to have the book.
Yeah, yeah.
What, Black Klansman? I've got the Black Klansman book. I haven't started reading it yet.
Oh, that guitar riff, though, from Black Klansman. Fuck. So good.
The bass. It's the scene with the...
Yeah, no, I was really surprised.
Did you guys just hear that noise?
No.
Wait, guys, I'm going to be quite... Wait.
Does someone fart or something?
Are they doing the preview still?
Yeah.
Brinsley, I'll get to your comment in a minute, dude. I'll try and help you if it gets synced up. But yeah, it's adapted screenplay right now. Here we go.
Black Klansman.
It's like, oh, what was that?
Huge.
Wait for the first sentence of the speech.
Is this Spike Lee's first Oscar?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but he didn't win director. Like, you know, screenplay's still huge, but...
Is he wearing Prince's symbol on his...
Only want to see you.
She put me through Morehouse College and NYU grad film. NYU. Before the world tonight, I give praise to our ancestors who built this country and where today, along with the genocide of the native people, we all connect with our ancestors who will have love, wisdom, and regain our humanity. It will be a powerful moment. The 2020 presidential election is around the corner. Let's all mobilize. Let's all get the right side of history. Make the moral choice between love versus hate. Let's do the right thing. You know I had to get that in there.
Coming up, Barbara Streisand and a look at the final two Best Picture nominees, Black Klansman and Green Book. Then later, the Oscars for Best Actor and Actress.
Oof. Here we go.
Best Picture, plus Chadwick Boseman, Constance Wu, and
Is he still on the speech?
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had this with your stream tape, but the first line got muted.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly why. Sky didn't mute it. Have you guys finished the speech?
Yeah, he's finished now.
He got them up, goes, "Don't start the motherfucking clock."
Oh, okay.
Wait, they cut that on ABC, so they must
Yeah,
have a
they cut it on
time
ABC.
delay on the broadcast to mute out potential swearing. Then
So there's no delay in the British broadcast, but there is a delay on this broadcast.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So for Brinsley, I mean, you probably know that we're in sync now. It's just on the ad break now after adapted screenplay. Brinsley writes that Spike Lee looks like a character in Cluedo.
he's really small. Sam Jackson was buzzing though. Like they're like the Purple Brothers, aren't they? Like they're all in their purple.
Claudia's put, so unfair the time they gave to Lee compared to other winners. I hate that about the Oscars. It's political though, isn't it? So
it's fair. I think when it's someone that's won their first Oscar with that reputation. But yeah. To be fair, they haven't got many people off yet, have they?
no, the music's kicked in a couple of times, but they haven't had to like sling anyone off.
I remember one year when they just kept going and like someone blanked the music, they wouldn't get off the stage and they eventually turn the music off.
So there are.
This could be done by 4.
Score, song. What have we got?
No,
Score,
we still got a few.
So
I'd
you got
say
score,
another hour.
song.
Actor, actress, director, film.
It's not going to be done in half hour with the ad breaks, dude. I think we've got another hour on it. Plus, you've got to add other songs in there as well.
6 more awards.
And they're averaging about 4 an hour at the moment. So
Wait, how many more songs have we got? We've only got one more song, haven't we?
So we've had Mary Poppins.
They did Mary Poppins. They did Buster Scruggs. What were the other ones? They did RGB.
Star is Bong's RGB, and they haven't done the one from Black Panther. All the stars.
Oh, of course, they are the Kendrick Lamar one.
And they should have Celine Dion Ashes, but of course it wasn't nominated, even though it should have been.
I'm excited for Best Original Score.
Okay.
Well, this guy looks like he's fresh out of Buster Scruggs, actually.
I want to say, how is everyone doing at home as far as tiredness? How is everyone doing at home so far as your predictions and how you wanted the awards to go? Let us know of your thoughts on the awards so far, guys. Because obviously we've been voicing our opinion throughout the entire thing. We've been reading a lot of your comments off, and the general consensus at the moment is that possibly Bohemian Rhapsody shouldn't have won for various different awards.
Well, we usually talk about surprises at the end, don't we? But so far for me, at this stage of the awards, I'm surprised that the favourite hasn't won anything right now, especially considering it was nominated for 10. Bohemian Rhapsody winning all those technicals and everything like that so far, I genuinely think that has a chance of possibly winning Best Picture. George, no spoilers. We're still on ad break.
No, sorry, no. Killmonger's come to the stage.
That's kind of a
sorry.
spoiler,
I was just checking Twitter. Apparently, there was no new footage in the Lion King trailer.
There was some new animal shots. It was mostly the same thing. It was doing the Circle of Life thing again, but Brinsley said, so why did they mute some of his speech? They muted it because there was swearing involved, and apparently swearing is a big no-go.
Yeah, that's true about America. They're mental with swear words.
Mm.
They're fine to shrink people, but you can't swear on live TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just realized Tessa Thompson's with him. It's Creed.
I was going to say, no spoilers, George.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't talk about spoiler things.
Creed 3 announcement. Let's do it. I'm ready.
What did you do? Fucking Sylvester Stallone just came down on like a tightrope. He came in on a horse. Rambo 5.
Oh, it's going to happen. Let's get Rambo 5 out of the way. Then I want Creed 3.
What is everyone's picks for best score? Is it the same?
I had Black Panther, Isle of Dogs, Chris, Black Panther, Mary Poppins, Tate, Black Panther, If Beale Street Could Talk. It has to be Black Panther. I loved it. I love that soundtrack. I've listened to it so much. Black Klansman's an underdog because it's got a great theme.
I really want to get on whatever workout that that Killmonger did. Well, the main theme was good in Black Panther, but like, try and get me to remember anything else about that. Oh, it's got to be Black Klansman just for that guitar riff, man.
I'll tell you, if Beale Street Could Talk was powerful, the score-wise.
See, I don't really remember much of the score. I think it should always go to a memorable score. Oh, God, Isle of Dogs was such a terrible fucking movie.
But they love Alexander Desplat. That's what you got to think now. That's how the Oscars think.
See, Mary Poppins Returns was a great soundtrack. Here we go.
Yep, Black Panther.
I'm very happy with that. That is a phenomenal soundtrack.
Can we please have a score update?
Yes. Tate on 35, me on 32, Chris on 30. We all have Black Panther for that.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I've got some hair competition here by the looks of it, guys. This guy's getting on stage now.
This is the guy that did the soundtrack to Wait for It, Venom.
Oh God.
Remember that film?
Well, the only soundtrack I remember from Venom is Eminem. Venom, get him.
Sounds like a fucking broken car.
Do you remember when Eminem used to be fucking good?
Yeah.
He had a sense of humor in his music.
What I think was interesting, right? Before he went on his like 4-year break, well, whenever it was, when he did Curtain Call, that was like when he did good music, and then what came after Curtain Call was all these like fans out of nowhere that thought Eminem was cool because he could rap quick, not because he used to be able to rap good lyrics.
Yeah.
And like the Eminem fans are the reasons why I just don't really listen to him anymore.
So Brinsley wrote, "Man, I've been slacking this year. I've only seen 1.5 of those movies that were nominated." You still haven't explained to us how you haven't seen the last 40 minutes of Black Klansman. What the fuck happened, man?
The only thing these songs can possibly have in common is they earned in history as Academy Awards. Tonight,
Who did win Best Costume Design in the end?
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Black Panther won.
Has it won 4 Oscars now or 3?
once again,
Costume, production, score, 3. Yeah.
It's T'Challa.
It's a sick theme.
Oh, the theme from Shaft, yeah. That 70s funk guitar. Love it.
Wait, they're doing an original song. Wait, I thought Kendrick Lamar was meant to sing tonight.
They didn't even do the Black Panther song.
No, I thought he was meant to be on it. Kendrick Lamar was, unless it's going to come later on, which would be pointless because the award will be done.
I'm so tired of All the Stars. I heard that on the radio too many fucking times. I didn't even realize it was from that movie.
Well, Shallow's probably winning this.
So we're on original song now. Shallow's got to win this. Come on. Come on.
It would be the safest bet. I was really tempted because the odds were ridiculous.
But Buster Scruggs. My heart is telling me no.
My
I
body.
want Ballad of Buster Scruggs to win, but Shallow is such a great song. Come on, Shallow. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Can't
It's All
open
the
the
Stars.
envelope.
I'm going to, open the fucking envelope.
Yep, Shallow.
Woo! But in our hearts, Tate, in our hearts.
We all had the same choice there, right?
Yeah.
Other than the second choice.
But in our hearts, Tate, it's always going to be when a cowboy trades his spurs for wings.
The plot thickens.
So we've only got 4 more awards.
I can't win. Because I have the exact same as Tate.
Oh, but Chris has different.
Chris is 5 points behind you. It's game, set, match.
Don't say that, please.
I mean, apart from the fact that Lady Gaga looks like she's got a beehive on her head, damn you, fan!
She said, I want to thank my family. And then she said her mom and dad, Bradley. I was like, are they really a thing now? The plot
I'm your
thickens.
husband.
Imagine if he spoke to her as Rocket Raccoon. Like, get off the stage.
Why didn't Bradley Cooper go up?
That's what I'm sat here thinking now. You know, he did sing half the song. Why is she crying so much? It's not the first
good for the
award.
image. She
She's
is a
won
great
loads of
actress.
Grammys.
She is a great actress.
They cut to the random shit guy that sung for Queen earlier. Why? Why would they talk about best song and then cut to him?
Isn't she just sort of truncating the awesome Sylvester Stallone speech from Rocky Balboa?
If I can change, we can all change.
No, wrong Rocky movie, dude. This is the. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
She was going for the other speech, I'll be honest.
Lady Gaga ended the Cold War in 2019.
Oh, guys, we've got the segment that passed away.
Then we just end with like Rocky IV. Hearts on fire. Oh, it's in memoriam now, apparently. Dave's put in the comments. So as always, we're silent through this part.
Yeah. And I'm going full screen on the stream.
Cool. Mm.
That was nicely done this year.
Mm.
I think it's better when in previous years when they've had a person actually singing, it just hasn't felt completely right.
It always annoys me when they do that in the BAFTAs as well, and they keep cutting away from the screen to the person playing the music. I'm not taking away from the musician's talent
No.
or anything, but that should be centered on the people that have passed. That was a beautiful choice of music from Superman the movie soundtrack. It's one of my favorite soundtracks. Obviously not highlighting anyone, like everyone that passed is just as heartbreaking as everyone, but hearing that music and seeing Margot Kidder on that screen, man, that's...
For me, it was I completely forgotten that Burt Reynolds had passed.
Brinsley's asked, did they miss a few people? I couldn't remember anyone particularly off the top of my head that they didn't include.
In the politest term, I don't think we've had a year like 2016.
I was going to say 2016 was hard, wasn't it? But, we still have lost a lot. Albert Finney as well. I loved Albert Finney. He went fairly recently, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. Oh, that's Superman music. And that is why Superman the movie will still always be the best Superman film. I defy any track on the Hans Zimmer soundtrack to compare to that.
A new Ridley Scott film.
Oh, okay.
No,
The Martian too?
It's an advert.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, isn't this his against drink driving advert? It's like a desert or something.
Yeah.
Clouder in the comments, but if Chris met John Williams, he would weep like a baby. It's true. And Rinsley's put, if I met John Williams, I would weep too. I don't think there'd be many people that wouldn't, especially not people that are into film soundtracks and everything.
Apparently, the favorite
this is
doesn't
so
win.
weird.
It'll be the second film since True Grit to get 10 nominations and 0 wins.
Damn.
What's the favorite?
I think the favorite will win best actress.
It's out of Heron then close though.
Oh,
See,
sorry.
out of the two performances though, I do think that Glenn Close deserves it. Is this the trailer for Rocket Man, by the way?
Yes,
The
it
full
is.
new trailer? Right, okay. I haven't done a reaction yet, so earphones are out. I'm not looking at the screen.
It's a short
That'll be a
one.
TV
Comments.
spot. The full one's like 2.5 minutes.
Short trailer.
I can't wait.
It looks amazing.
It's going.
Okay, so I really
almost
need
said
earphones in
something.
for this one because I need to hear your guys' opinions on it, but I also don't want to watch the... Oh, Rocket
I would
Man's finished. That's cool.
Do a thumbs up when it's done.
It's done.
Oh, Chris done.
Cool. Chella's written, guys, which is the best score of superhero movies?
Dark Knight.
No, Dark Knight's
Spider-Man. Dark Knight,
For me-
Spider-Man.
For me, it's John Williams' Superman the movie. There's so many themes in that film, and that opening Superman theme is so iconic. You hear that theme, that is Superman, that is the dawn of superheroes, and it's, in my opinion, the best piece of film music ever written.
Lord of the Rings.
If you're going with best score is Lord of the Rings. If you're going with single best individual piece of music for a character, Superman
Star
theme.
Wars.
He's on the ropes.
No,
Go for the kill.
not even Star Wars. Not even Star Wars. Not even close.
The Imperial March.
Yeah, not even close. Superman theme, Superman March is better than that in my opinion.
Oh my God,
I love
Chris.
the Imperial March. I love the Imperial March.
More than Jaws.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly, on the theme of what was it menstrual equality? There is an advert right now which had spy tampons, which explode after like 10 seconds.
Is that going to be in Mission Impossible 7? Like the message, the decoded message is going to be on a tampon that self-destructs in 5 seconds.
Dave has said Batman 66 is the best theme. No, I'm sorry, but the best superhero individual character theme ever is Spider-Man.
Brinsley's put my other pick would be the Sam Raimi Spider-Man score.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give. I know that Danny Elfman constructed the original themes in it, but in my opinion, the best soundtrack of the Sam Raimi trilogy is Christopher Young's Spider-Man 3.
I'm going to be really kind of controversial, and I'd go with Kick-Ass.
It's a good score, but it samples a lot from other movies.
Still, I
Samples
enjoyed
a
the
lot
score.
from like 28 Days Later.
Still part of the score.
Brinsley, if we're not talking superheroes, Lord of the Rings would get my vote. Absolutely, man. Like that soundtrack transports
The
you
best
to
Lord
another
of the Rings theme is the Uruk-hai, and that's what I've always said to anyone.
Oh, the Isengard theme.
You could go on a jog. If you're in the forest, you'd literally want to have a sword.
Okay, so
God,
what's
if
Bob
you
Sizen
asked me
presenting?
to pick best Lord of the Rings, I don't think I could
Wait,
do it, man.
It's the
She's got a
Uruk-hai.
black envelope.
No, it's not the Uruk. Breaking of the Fellowship is my favorite Lord of the Rings
Guys.
theme. There you go.
What's the black envelope mean? Is it because she's wearing black?
Is this the honorary Academy Award thing?
No, I think they're doing like the preview for a film.
Yeah,
Oh, you just saw the teleprompter on in the background.
It's Barbara Streisand talking about Black Klansman.
Shouldn't she be talking about Star is Born as she was in the other one?
She probably like throw shade at Lady Gaga, like I was better.
I was a star once. I just remember Sarpak turned into like a giant Godzilla. Do you remember?
I just remember in Meet the Fockers. That's all I remember her from. As the sex therapist.
Of all the people to speak about Black Klansman.
Spike Lee literally looks like he's about to demolish a museum to a Prince song.
He has snorted multiple lines of cocaine tonight.
Oh, it's Topher Grace. I think Black Klansman is definitely my favourite film this year. Last year that was up for it.
Are you sure?
I wonder if they start playing the music for her to get off stage.
Jason Momoa playing Kylo Ren. I could just imagine Adam Driver just turning around, just snapping his neck, just ending the girls' screamings everywhere. Wouldn't that be glorious? What an Oscars that could be. Wouldn't you pay to see that?
I don't know. To turn back now.
I'd say my favorite scene is the scene with the photograph.
Oh, the Polaroid, when he grabs it to make sure he can keep it as well.
So this is best actor now.
I don't know. Yeah.
Dave's like light years ahead. Like the ceremony's already finished for him. Like he's just like letting us know what's next.
Don't spoil it, Dave.
No spoilers, please. Until we
turn
spoil it for you.
If I get too excited, I'm gonna.
Okay, either she's very tall or Gary Oldman's very fucking short.
Oh, George has turned his camera off. Thank God for that. We now get no spoilers from George's face.
I could. Yeah, I might scream.
Don't scream. Hold your tongue.
Plot twist: Alan Partridge invades the stage. Aha! Still the Oscar.
I know it hasn't got to the Green Book talk yet, but man, Vigo, right? Objectively, probably the best actor out of all of these.
Bradley Cooper, I think.
Yeah, I'd say Bradley Cooper and Christian Bale.
I thought you betrayal. You said that Vigo deserved to win it.
Vigo did deserve to win it, but I also feel like Bradley Cooper deserves to win it as well.
Christian Bale.
How much I sacrificed? Could you imagine if he won work on stage?
Wait, what?
Out am I? Throws a bomb.
Everyone's turns to skeletons, which he never uses again.
Oh my god, if he won, I just want him to go out on a green glider.
They're not even showing the actor's best parts. Like the best part for Bradley Cooper in that film is when he's in rehab and he just breaks down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen Eternity's Gate yet.
I watched Eternity's Gate. Not a good
clip.
movie.
The clip for Bohemian Rhapsody, the audio seems very slightly out of sync.
Like I didn't buy Willem Dafoe as Vincent van Gogh.
That's probably because Loving Vincent was such a good film.
And also, Vincent van Gogh died at the age of 38. Let's just say Willem Dafoe is not 38. I think he's like 62 when he filmed that film. He looked like Vincent van Gogh, I will say that.
You just wouldn't know it was Vigo.
That's some terrible sound mixing or editing.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll win best
Now,
sound mixing.
when I rewatched it, it was out of sync as well. So I don't know if that was actually in the final movie.
That's awful. If that's the case.
Yeah. Oh, my boy Vigo.
He convinced me he's Italian.
He's very good Italian accent. Then he said he was complimented by the son, just like being that good at the accent that he said people would know he's Italian.
Forget about it.
I mean, I know that like actors do what they do, right? But like when you see him as Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings, and then you see him go like, "Hey, you're breaking my balls," like Rami Malek takes it. Wow.
And then Snogs, his
Like,
husband wife.
Sex her now.
So what was Chris's picks for that?
Chris has Christian Bale and Bradley Cooper. Tate has Christian Bale and Rami Malek. Can I have Christian Bale and Rami Malek?
Does that mean that it's over?
This is the year where like Bohemian Rhapsody takes everything. Everything.
George.
It's going to win Best Picture. I guarantee.
George, does that mean it's over?
I told you it was over earlier. Because I've got the exact same as you.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You can't just turn it off.
Chris, I believe it's mathematically over now.
No, it's not.
I think
it's not over till it's over.
It's over.
Yeah, because I can say Olivia Colman won, Tate would still get 1, which would put him on 39, Tate's 40. Because best film, we've all got the same. Best actress, we basically have the same. Director, we've all got the same.
Claudia writes, okay, I officially hate the 2019 Oscars now. For performance, like, I'm fine with Rami Malek winning it. It showed a bad clip. It showed him just lip-syncing, but he did actually do a very, very solid performance, I thought. Obviously, it's not the performance inherently we wanted. If it had gone deeper into the character of the person of Freddie Mercury, showed more of his dark side, maybe there'd be more material there to work with, but... So I wish it had been Vigo's year. I'm not going to lie, but...
So that, wasn't he nominated for Mr. Fantastic as well?
Yeah, so that was 2 years ago, wasn't it? Was he nominated for Lord of the Rings? Or A History of Violence?
No actors, I don't think, were nominated for Lord of the Rings apart from Ian McKellen for the first movie, I think. Gay immigrant. Come on, was he a woman as well? Tell me he was a woman. You've got the hat trick. Is it just me, or is he like trying to do a Marlon? Like when he talks, he sounds like Marlon Brando from The Godfather.
I'm gonna make him an offer. I refuse.
There you go. You got the popcorn in your mouth. You're halfway there.
What?
From like here down.
Sorry, I thought they just pronounced lead actress without announcing it, but they didn't. They just, when they cut to the camera of all 5 of them, I just didn't hear them say after the ad break we'll present.
Oh right.
I just said like, what?
It's like from here down, Rami Malek kind of looks like Henry Cavill, like a little bit.
He's got that chin. I remember him from War at Home. And there's a Night in the Museum.
Brinsley's written, I love Vigo. I still need to see Green Book, damn it. Yeah, man, you need to get on some of these films from this year.
I think Green Book was probably the most pleasant Oscar experience this year.
Mm.
I don't really count Black Klansman because I saw it so long ago. It doesn't feel like Oscar season. But like watching Green Book was just really good fun.
So if Best Actress is next, what did we have down for our predictions for Best Actress?
I have Olivia Colman 1, Glenn Close 2. Chris has Glenn Close 1, Yalitza Aparicio 2. Tate has Glenn Close 1, Olivia Colman 2.
Mm-hmm.
Tate's already won. It's mathematically impossible.
Even if Olivia Colman doesn't win, like out of the two, I think that Glenn Close did definitely have the strongest performance as lead actress. Showed much more emotional range, but God damn it, Olivia Colman was so down to earth and likable in her.
I love that she starred on like Peep Show and stuff as well.
Yeah. Very, very humbling speech, very down to earth, very real, which isn't, quite unlike a lot of the people that go up and accept these speeches. Brinsley, what did you think of The Favourite, by the way?
So it's coming to that moment now. We're on to lead actress, then we're on to director, and then we're on to best film. So please put your prediction for best film into the comments section now.
It's still going to be Roma.
Based on what we've seen so far.
Wait, was that Nike just all about like strong, empowering women? Does that mean that me as a strong, empowered man can no longer buy Nike products? Am I not allowed? Am I exempt from it?
I didn't hear him say this. Rama says I wasn't the obvious choice, but I guess it worked out. That dig at Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yeah, it might be.
But Sacha Baron Cohen would have won the Oscar if he played him as well.
Yeah.
So it would have been a darker film. Both would. Thing is, if Sacha Baron Cohen played him, surely it would have been at the later years. That's what I thought.
I read a comment earlier, and I can't remember who said it, unfortunately, but they said that the original plan was to have Freddie Mercury's death be at the midpoint of the film, and then they were also going to tell the aftermath as well.
Because age-wise...
I'll be honest, if Sacha Baron Cohen did the film, it would have been an Oscar-nominated film, and deservedly.
And it kills me. Every time I look at Sacha Baron Cohen, I see Freddie Mercury now. Like, it was the pitch-perfect casting. Like,
Rami Malek, I don't see Freddie Mercury. Like, I see it, but I just see Rami Malek as the kid from Night at the Museum still.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, like, Freddie Mercury was a boxer, and when you see him on stage when he was in the peak physical condition of his life, he was like a big guy, and you could see Sacha Baron Cohen doing that. Sacha Baron Cohen is a very tall guy. I could see him bulking up for the role. When you see Rami Malek do it, he just looks like this scrawny guy just dressed as Freddie Mercury. Still a good performance, though. I feel like we're really like bad-mouthing Bohemian Rhapsody. I think that
we're not.
Died off, but I think that we can all admit that it's an entertaining film, but it's definitely not Academy Award worthy. Maybe for performance, yes, and I'm glad that he has won it, but I don't know.
First Man is trending on Twitter.
First Man I could have seen being nominated for Best Picture. That seemed to me more like a Best Picture nominated film.
That's what I said earlier on, but at the same time, if Beale Street Could Talk should also be nominated.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all the Marvel fans kicking off because First Man beat Infinity War.
But look at all the awards that fucking Black Panther's won already. Like, come on, Jesus.
They're showing Paul Rudd's face. He says First Man. He looks upset after. He pulls the face.
Claudia writes, Glenn Close has never won an Oscar. Let that sink in.
I mean, Glenn Close think, Chris.
Glenn Close is just incredible. I mean, come on, like Fatal Attraction, right? Jesus.
Listen,
101 Dalmatians as Cruella de Vil.
Swan in that film as well.
Yeah, he's really good in it as well. His American accent kind of slips in and out every now and then, but.
What film are they talking about?
I guess we've already talked about it now, Tate, but like, should we like segue into our very mini review of Green Book?
Green Book, highly enjoyable, kind of buddy car journey film with great deep themes that are explored to an extent, brilliant acting performances from everyone, and quite an enjoyable film.
It reminded me of sort of a much more deeper, poignant, and obviously it talks about race and everything, version of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. In that towards the end of the movie, it becomes a Christmas movie.
For me, it reminded me of Sideways.
Mm.
It's like kind of adventure road trip film.
But no, I love Green Book. It was a really not. It was. I'm glad that that was the last movie of the Academy Awards that I watched. It was a very nice. It was a very easy, palatable buddy road movie with a lot of serious subject matter to it, which I liked. And it didn't end in a horrible, sad way like I thought it was going to.
And Velma from Scooby Doo, isn't it?
Yes, she is. And I swear to God, she hasn't aged since that movie. Jesus.
I don't think she's ever aged. She's in Marvel,
I've got some very vivid images of her in that orange jumpsuit from Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Wait, who's that?
The one who played Velma.
Who's the one who played Velma?
I'm going to have to check the name of the actress. Give me a second.
It's got like an Italian long name. She was in Mudbound on... Not Mudbound, sorry. She was on Bloodline on Netflix.
Linda Colladini.
Oh, I now recognize her.
Cardellini, sorry. Linda
I now
Cardellini.
recognize her.
Damn, she fan.
Okay, George, if they're going to present the award, please face off.
They're just going through the highlight reel, so don't worry, I'm not going to face off yet.
And possibly mute because we don't want any squeaks.
You can hear the audio sometimes as well.
Why would I squeak? There's no rule I care about anymore.
We're on Best Actress now, so...
They were making gifts out of Richard E. Grant when Barbara Streisand walks out.
Again, showing terrible clips for the actress. Show the goddamn scene towards the end of the film.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Glenn Close. Take it. Take that Oscar. Oh, well, spoil the end of the film. Jesus. See, Liver Coleman is great, but The Favourite was a film where that film was based solely on 3 performances. And in my opinion, Rachel Weisz was definitely the strongest. Like, they could all have easily have been the lead actress in that film.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like with Green Book, that in theory, I get why they've put Mahershala as supporting, but he is a lead as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's got almost as much screen time. But that's what Olivia Colman said in the speech, didn't she? She said that all 3 of them should have been in the same role together.
Lady Gaga's performance, praised heavily at the time. Do you think it still holds up?
Definitely. Definitely think it still holds up.
And, you know, like Melissa McCarthy, like, I've gone on record before saying, like, I really dislike a comedy. I've hated most of the film she's done. She did a solid...
But that's the thing. Comedians in serious roles tend to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, look at Robin Williams, like, right? Like, Jesus.
Comedians make better drama actors than drama actors make comedians.
Yeah.
Where are you guys?
And the award goes to...
Yep, they're just about to announce it now. Here we go, opening the envelope.
Olivia Colman!
Tate, you're a little bit ahead of me now.
Sorry.
Oh, wow. I'm glad she's won it. It should have gone to Glenn Close, I think, in terms of performance. But
Melissa McCarthy looks fucking fuming.
Oh, no, I'm really happy for her that she's won it.
Her speech is going to be the best speech of the night.
She's just so nice. I just wanted to give her a big hug when she did the BAFTAs. Like,
I'm turning my volume up for this speech. She's deserved it.
mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh, the director's crying.
oh yeah. Melissa McCarthy does not look happy. Oh, I love how socially awkward she is. Oh. Oh.
That's the best speech. Oh, fuck off, Guillermo del Toro.
Oh god, I love her so much.
We can see the reaction in the studio when it was announced that Olivia Colman was going to win that award. Let's take a look right now.
That was the best speech of the night.
Yeah, oh look, she's got standing ovation. Oh, she's just so down to earth. Brinsley's got it in the comments. Olivia is too nice for Hollywood. I agree. She's too down to earth. Everyone else is so fake in the industry, like Jesus.
Okay, ad break, which means it's my last toilet break.
Okay. I've done very well this year, maybe because I've been drinking water, not alcohol. Oh. I do think that sometimes when people win an Oscar and then they sort of like mention everyone else, it's kind of like rubbing salt in the wound a bit. It can sometimes seem a bit ingenuous, but
you could tell with that she was just like buzzing.
I don't think there's a bad bone in Olivia Colman's body, like especially when she said like about Glenn Close, and I think with the career that Glenn Close has had and how long that's been, and that she hasn't won an Oscar before, I think that it probably should have gone to Glenn Close. But my God, I'm glad that Olivia's won it.
I'm happy. I had that predicted, mate.
Yeah. Did I have no? I had Glenn Close as number one, didn't I? I think
you had Glenn Close and the girl from Roma.
Yeah.
Tate's won this year by 1 point.
Dave's put a best use of a raspberry in an Oscar speech. Yeah.
I thought she'd fainted when they first said it, when she like flew back.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, shit, did she just pass out?
So that's the favourite's first Oscar. It's been nominated for 10. It's got 1 on the board so far.
Oh, I did get 1 to be fair to it, yeah. Do you want the score update?
Yep, let's do it.
Right, third place is Chris with 33.
Oh, shit.
Second place is George with 39. And the first place is Tate with 40.
Really much 40.
Every
You're on
fucking
40,
year.
yeah.
So I've only won by 1 point.
Yeah.
He's done it. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen.
1 point.
Is
1
it
point.
physically
Considering
possible
I
now?
ruled myself out, like the second I typed these up earlier today, I was like, oh.
Is it possible for George to win still, or is it all?
No,
set in
we've
stone
both
now?
got Roma,
Oh, okay.
Roma Klansman, and then Koran and Spike Lee.
Mm-hmm. Dave's written, has Bohemian Rhapsody taken the most Oscars so far? I think it has, hasn't
Yes.
it? And then,
I think,
Black
4 now. Of course,
behind
it's 4 with Remy.
And then Black Panther's on 3, isn't
On
it? With
3.
costume, production, and score.
I do just want to say I want to thank the Academy for my three-peat on winning for the 3rd year in a row now.
It's all because I didn't bloody pick the Pixar short about the dumpling. I didn't even know it was about a dumpling. I didn't even watch Coco at the cinema, so I never knew.
I just want to say it's the 3rd year in a row now. These guys really need to pick up their pace. They need to work on their Oscar predictions and knowledge about the Oscars for each year. I want to thank my family, my friends.
Dude, you're following Olivia Colman's speech. You're not going to top it, man. Like, no matter how hard you try. Although it's interesting to point out, so we've got Bohemian Rhapsody and Black Panther with the most wins this year. The 2 films we both said didn't have a place in the Academy Awards. Here we are. Like, they're beating out the favourites so far.
Do you know what's very interesting?
What's that?
I've actually predicted more films with my first choice, but Tate's had a lot of second choices win.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's come down to. So really, my predictions are better, but your backups are safer. I think is the correct word. Fuck off, Guillermo del Toro.
Dave's just written Del Toro to play Penguin in the next Batman movie.
He's a criminal. He stole Nolan's Oscar. This should be Lord Nolan presenting right now.
I think Del Toro drew the Oscar with his gravitational pull.
It's because they probably thought, fucking hell, if the carries on the way he's going, he might not be here for another year.
God damn, Del Toro, you need to go on that calorie-controlled diet, mate.
I just remember the bathrooms when he walked up the steps, he was out of breath, and he walked over, he was pissed off.
Wheezing and shit.
Oh, if Spike Lee could win this, that would make my day.
Although, like, speaking of Del Toro, I would have loved to have seen his version of The Hobbit when he was originally...
That's what I was thinking. He left, like, quite late as well, didn't he?
I think the studio might be a bit tinfoil hatty. I think the studio forced him out and then got Peter Jackson on board because they wanted the same guy helming it.
Hold on. Is this like... I'm just thinking now. Del Toro won last year. Who won the year before?
Brinsley's just written talk shit, guys, but I loved Shape of Water.
Oh, no, you didn't. You just have some horrible mind thoughts about fish.
See, Cold War was so good for direction, but I mean, it's going to Kwan, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I had the worst time for my stream to stop.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you guys got a winner yet?
Yeah.
Who won?
Quran. So that means 5 of the last 6 years the Mexicans won.
Yeah.
Because Quran's won twice, and Ariti's won twice, and Guillermo won. So Chris Nolan was robbed. You know him and like Chazelle seem like BFFs. Have you heard about this? They've been starting to use the same crew as each other. Apparently Nolan came out and defended First Man, and then Chazelle was coming out talking about Dunkirk. Apparently they're like little like a bit BFFs now. He's like old enough to be his son.
This is awful, guys. I've lost the stream.
Oh no.
He's just waffling on. He's already won 3 awards today. You don't really need to listen to him much more. There's nothing else for him to say. Do you think that's what he has to do? Do you think he has to like program a speech per award? He can't say thank the Academy 3 times in one night, can you?
Yeah, I'm back on.
Well, I mean, Peter Jackson did it with Return of the King when it won however many Oscars it did. What was it, 11 Oscars it won? Or
Yeah, but he would have won how many himself? Director and film?
Director, screenplay.
Did you write the screenplay?
We co-wrote it, yeah, with Philippa Boyens, Fran Walsh, and I think I'm forgetting someone else.
So who's won the most Oscars in history? Is it Walt Disney?
I don't
That's
know.
actually a good question, isn't it?
What do you mean, company?
Like no, it's in like like the individual who's like John Williams has got the most Oscar nominations in history, hasn't he?
Spielberg, has he won many?
No, he's only won like 2 or 3.
Kubrick.
No.
Who's won the most Oscars of all time? That's a very good question. If anyone knows, let us know.
Oh.
No, it's
William
Walt
Wyler.
Disney. Walt
William
Disney won
Wyler.
26 Oscars.
Guys, William Wyler.
Huh?
William Wyler.
Don't know who that is.
He directed Ben-Hur.
He hasn't won. No, they've said the one that's won the most is. Walt Disney got 26.
Claudia in the comments has put Walt Disney, the record holder for most Academy Awards, won 22 Oscars.
Oh, sorry, I was counting the amount of Academy Awards won by a director.
No, sorry, I meant in terms of like the individual could because
William Wyler, he directed Ben-Hur and Days of Our Lives. Okay, last award. Here we go.
Yep. So it will be finishing at 4:30 then. So that's slightly more manageable.
That's better than normally. I swear it's like 5:30, isn't it?
Yeah, they've shaved off an hour, which is pretty good.
And considering
just want you guys
it would
to
have been
read
ludicrous for them to present during ad breaks.
Tate's pushing 5:30. That doesn't count. We're the constant here, GMT. Like this is everything revolves around GMT.
I hope they do another. I hope for another La La Land. Except Bohemian Rhapsody's call up on stage.
Yeah, but we're all out of sync this time, so our reaction isn't going to be genuine. For that year, we were all in sync.
The Sky panel, 3 of them. None of them think Roma's going to win Best Picture in the Sky panel. No spoilers, guys.
Dave's on Best Picture. I think we all guess that Roma's in the bag, but
I think there's a shock here. But I'm scared of Bohemian Rhapsody.
I think it might be. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. I think it might be Bohemian, but yes, please no spoilers in the comments. I know that George is way ahead. Tate's a little bit ahead of me. So if I say the winner first, then we're good.
I'm thinking me and George just act shocked either way, just to keep Chris on edge.
Like Deadpool pose.
Well, there's got to be drama every single year we do the Oscars. Every year.
This year's gone too well. Something has to happen.
I am liking the no host thing, though. I am going to be honest.
It's worked. Because the thing is, when they had hosts, the host would introduce guests to present the awards anyway. Yeah. Could Green Book nab it? Could it do a spotlight?
No, I don't think Green Book's got it. I think it's going to... Oh, God, don't be Bohemian.
I think Roma's got it in the bag, but I have this horrible feeling that either Black Panther or...
Before we do it...
to turn your screen off and mute yourself.
Before we do it, who do we want to win? Really quickly. Okay.
We can still see George. I want the favourite to win. I wouldn't mind if Star is Born win. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa!
Holy shit! Shit! I told you there'd be
Fuck
one that would
Roma.
make it at the end.
Fuck Roma.
Fuck! I ended, out of all the films I watched the Best Picture winner last. That's amazing.
Whoa!
You know what? I'm surprised. And there's probably some objectively better movies on there, like Black Klansman and technically Roma from a filmmaking standpoint. I ain't even mad. I love Green Book.
I mean, I told you this morning, like, Green Book is number 2 on the Oscar odds at the moment, but that's crazy.
That's mental that one.
What a day.
What a weird, like, spread of Oscars, though, right? Like, shit.
The guy that did Dumb and Dumber just made the best film of the year.
This is weird.
Claudia has written, I'm not even going to make any comment. Thoughts? Guys, thoughts? Did it deserve it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Green Book deserved to win it?
Guys, I know I'm ahead of you, but Vigo just took the microphone and says, and you have my fried chicken. And tap my hair on the shoulder.
Hang on. If this happens now.
No, it didn't really happen. It was
He just mentioned tenderness, and I'm just thinking of like tender Kentucky Fried Chicken right now. I might, in fact, go to KFC tomorrow. See, I'm agreeing with Claudia. Compared to Black Klansman, you know? Okay, for future reference, check which movie is like the most talked about and the most held up as the best picture, and go with completely the opposite one of the spectrum, and you will win. I mean, like, I thought it would go to a different movie, but I did not expect that it would go to Green Book.
If it was going to go to a different movie, I would have thought The Favourite or
The Favourite is what I thought it was going to.
But honestly, it is a good film. Is it the best film of the year? No, but it's not a bad pick.
Brinsley in the comments, Vigo getting some love. Hell yeah, man. Love that guy.
He seems so nice and so like polite as well.
Mm. Claudia's written, did you actually think they would let a Netflix movie win?
I don't think it's... I think the other thing of Rome is won every other fucking award there is to win. Like, give it... So what's won the most then?
Is it Bohemian Rhapsody with 4? So
Black Panther got 3. Green Book got
3. Screenplay. No, it got Mahershala Ali.
Screenplay.
Picture and screenplay, so it won 3.
And then
Black Panther won 3. I want to say
Roma won 3.
Bohemian Rhapsody won 4. 4.
Yeah, so Bohemian Rhapsody won the most. You got 1 with 4 and 3 with 3.
It's such a split year. How many did Roma win?
3.
3. Damn.
Director, foreign.
What a weird year. I don't know whether to feel mad or like I'm
quite happy.
Yeah,
I can't accept best editing, which really isn't like the be all and end all. There's been like a fair winner in each category. There's been no.
JXC's just written, I'd like to be headbutted by Vigo. Yeah, absolutely, man. That was at the final day of shooting for him on Lord of the Rings. He headbutted like the stunt team, like one of them, like a manly kind of thing. And then once he'd done like 2 or 3, he realized that he had to then headbutt every single member of the stunt team.
I know about the one where he didn't break his toe when he kicked the helmet.
Yeah. But he channeled that into his performance, which was great. I really don't know what to think of this Oscars. It's such a weird year.
I'm quite happy. Last year I was angry.
The year
before I was in hysterics. It's in a relaxed year.
See,
I'm quite happy.
JXC's written, deserve has a very stretched definition. I think that's where I'm coming down on it right now, is that I'm agreeing with, what people are saying, that Roma is a much better made movie and probably deserves the title of Best Picture more. Black Klansman, you know, dealing with the same things, but definitely had a harder hitting message for me at the end of the movie with like the, you know, the recent Donald Trump news footage. And I think I inherently preferred Black Klansman as a movie. I liked Green Book, but whether it's Best Picture worthy, I don't know. I really don't know.
It's an unusual one.
And with that, we can also say about the scores.
Yes.
Finishes Chris in third place with 36, myself in second place with 42, and Tate in first place with 43. I believe we've all got lower numbers than last year as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
In terms of Green Book winning Best Picture, I mean, in terms of like the plot, it's very, very close to Driving Miss Daisy, which I think came out in '89. Did Driving Miss Daisy win Best Picture?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they're all connected. I don't know. I mean, I'm not mad because the message and everything that was talked about in Green Book was really profound and acted perfectly by everyone. But in terms of Best Picture, I just my mentality at the minute is that I don't know whether it was deserving of the Best Picture win, despite being a good film.
I don't know if it's more of a talking point that Green Book won Best Picture over the fact that Roma didn't win Best Picture.
Yeah.
And at the same stage, if Roma had won Best Picture, that would have been an even bigger talking point. So really, this was one of the safer bets. But I think where the favourite fell down was the fact that it is a British film with an American audience.
Like I said, the favourite appeals to the British voters more so than the Americans.
Correct. Even though it is the better film, Black Klansman should have been the one that appealed the most. However, I guess in the end, Green Book was the one.
I reckon they probably thought Black Klansman was too mainstream.
Or too hard-hitting, I'd say.
I don't know. I'm happy with Green Book. Like, I think I just turned to a big Mahershala Ali fan. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly for oh, we've got breaking news now. I can turn this off, I guess.
Yeah, it's all finishing now.
So the odds for Green Book were 11-2. That's decent odds.
If someone's got money on that, Jesus Christ. Brinsley, I guess I'm watching Green Book tomorrow. Yeah, man, go for it. I mean, it's a good film. I don't know how to feel. I feel nothing. I just...
It's an unusual one.
See, we talk about like other years, like the whole La La Land debacle. Like that was a huge surprise, and obviously people could go and check that reaction out. Like George's reaction to that moment is almost like worth watching the entire stream for to get to the end of that. But I mean, we were surprised with some things this year, but they weren't really like like
surprises,
gasp out loud kind of surprises.
It was the surprise that yes, they didn't fuck them over. Spider-Man won. I was happy because in some years that wouldn't have won.
Do we feel better about it because this year it felt like everyone got a look in, like everyone was a winner?
Yeah, it's balanced.
Almost.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be. There's no award that stands out disgusting. Like I said, I didn't think Bohemian Rhapsody was editing, but there was nothing in that caliber above it, like because it's an open year.
Yeah,
there's no one that I think was robbed of any awards, outright robbed.
That's what I mean. Across the board, for me, I'm filled with a sense of, like in most of the categories, the award technically should have gone to that person because they were better, but I'm still okay and happy that it went to this person.
No, I'd say there was one robbing of award, and that would be Best Editing going to Vice.
Yeah,
it should have gone to Vice. It should have gone to Vice.
I think that's the one that definitely stands out to me. Like the acting award, the actress award, sorry, should have gone to Glenn Close, especially for her longevity with her career, but it went to Olivia Colman, but she's one of the nicest human beings on the planet, so I'm not even mad. I don't know. Visuals as well, I'm not sure should have gone to First Man.
No, I know it should have gone to First Man.
You think?
Yeah, the only reason
the moon
Infinity War had a look in was because of Thanos.
Yeah.
The visual effect isn't just CGI, it's the actual effect, whether it's the
That's
miniatures, the projections, and I think he used the same team that did Inception, and that won visual effects that year as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a slow reprimand for the films with actually using non-CGI visual effects coming back into things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So we've got a mixed bag from people in the comments, and Claudia says, I feel upset. Brindley's written, I would like to feel something, but I hardly saw any of the movies nominated. But I agree with Brindley, and I think we're all on the same page here. I'm glad Spider-Verse got some love. Absolutely.
Yes.
Like, if nothing else happened during the night, I'm glad that won Best Animated Feature, because if Wreck-It Ralph 2 had taken it, I would have probably rage quitted out of this stream because, but yeah, no, I'm glad that definitely won. Oh, that's right, JXE, it is your birthday. Happy birthday, dude.
Okay, guys, I have about 2 hours before I need to wake up.
I've got work tomorrow. Well, I need to self in 8.5 hours.
So I need to do maybe like 30 minutes worth of work at around 8:30, and that's all the work I've got to do today. So I'm going to be saying goodbye.
Awesome.
Right.
Okay, dude. Are we going to round off together, or am I going to stay on?
We'll round off together.
I'd say just round off.
Okay, well, big thank you to everyone in the comments. It's nice that we've had people all the way throughout the night. You guys are awesome. Some people from the very beginning of the night. I know that the Oscars were a very mixed bag this year. There's definitely a lot to talk about, and I'm sure we'll still carry on talking about it in a future stream together. Glad that we all got to jump back on together. It's been a long time coming, and I'm not really sure what else we've got planned. I'm definitely going to be getting back into trailer reactions. I've been putting those on hold for a very long time, getting all these movies done. But yeah, we're all ready for sleep now. We're all on the ropes. So big thank you to everyone. See you on the next stream, and thank you to obviously you two guys for jumping on. We always appreciate it. So yeah, see you guys.
See you soon.
Bye.
See you soon.